There we are. All right. Sorry, technical difficulties here. Not technical, user difficulties on my part. Um, First time doing this as the producer, so we'll get through these hiccups. If anybody saw us on our Wednesday stream, our first our first Wednesday stream was well, it was interesting to put it nicely.
Yes,
But
it was.
anyway, welcome to Adventures on Tap. This is another one shot edition of our Oops All D M's, and tonight we are running Chaosium's RuneQuest RPG. Mike is running this. He was very. Mike's actually been wanting to run this for a while, and we finally got it all worked out, and we're pretty excited to show everybody what it's about. So, as far as you, if you're joining us for the first time, we are Adventures on Tap. We're located here in Orlando, Florida. We run D&D tabletop games at local breweries to help support local businesses, and it's just a really cool setting to play D&D in. Like, you're at your own little tavern. On top of that, though, is something that is near and dear to all our hearts, and one of our probably it's without a question my most favorite thing that we do is we raise money to support local charities and local causes and lift up the community around us. Um, so for as far as what we do on Twitch, any kind of streaming, our stream charity is Child's Play. Child's Play is nationwide. It's also local here in Orlando. Child's Play gamifies recovery and therapies for kids who are in need of those services, and it really helps make some of those difficult times a lot easier when they're able to enjoy and play games and have all that stuff available to them. It's really really great. It's near and dear to my heart, and I know some other people who in our organization have also benefited from Child's Play services. So we'll go around and introduce ourselves, and that leads us with Ken. So Ken's going to tell us what he's drinking tonight.
Yes, hi, I'm Ken, and tonight I am playing the philosopher Seneca Miros. And I am drinking hot tea spiked with honey and a little bit of whiskey and some lemon. And not just any hot tea, but a nice little elderberry rhubarb um, hot tea. So it's going a little bit fancy with that. I figured playing a philosopher, you got to be a little fancy, right? And that is me. And I believe next up we have Ferg.
Yes, my name's Ferg. I am drinking a new beer. It's one that's been on stream before, but it's my first time trying it. It is Gourd's Gone Wild from Tampa Bay Brewing Company, and it's a pumpkin ale. If you didn't guess that, and I'm really excited to crack it open. It's extra frosty. I put it in the freezer because it was in a cooler, um, which didn't have ice, so not much of a cooler at that point. Um, but that's it. I'm playing Bandit, and his name is Igor, and I will hopefully be able to unleash some shenanigans. And next, we will go to Kat.
Hey y'all, back again. I'm Kat. I am drinking today a mystery whiskey from my whiskey advent calendar. I know that it is a product of Japan, and the QR code is when I'm done drinking it, so I'll know at the end. I will be playing a scribe today, and I am going by the name Petra. And I would be remiss because I am the charity coordinator for Adventures on Tap here. For any of you who are watching the stream live, if you feel the urge to donate, you can actually make individual donations today through the live stream. You can also subscribe or gift subscriptions, because those funds also help us go to Child's Play. And I think next is Aaron.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining the live stream. As Kat said, I'm Aaron. This evening, I am enjoying a tried and true Guinness Stout. And I am going to be playing the character of Vintaros, who is heavy infantry. So, I am hoping to bring the tankage and the shieldage to the group tonight. Excited to be here, and I'm going to hand off to our illustrious game master, Mr. Mike.
Thank you, Aaron. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Chaosium Inc.'s Runequest. My name is Mike, a longtime GM and DM, and first-time live streamer. So, hoping that all goes well. My GM DM moniker is Mother Universe. If you'd like to know where that came from, I'd be happy to tell the story sometime over a beer. And I am drinking tonight from what has become one of my favorite local breweries, 12 Talons Beer Works. And this is She's a Bonnie Lass, which is a red ale, which I particularly enjoy and recommend. 12 Talons if you get the opportunity, right there on South Street.
Fantastic. All right. Well, if you're new, this will be new to you. If you're not, and you know what we do at our events prior to having fun and gaming and all that fun stuff, we like to do a celebratory toast. So we will all hold up our drinks of choice, and on 3, we will say to adventure, because it's fun, right? Here we go. All right. So 1, 2, 3.
To adventure.
Oh, that's good.
It's the sweet taste of adventure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're all set to go, Mike. I'm done. I've talked enough, more than I'm usually. I like taking the back seat and letting Joe take care of all this stuff, and Garrett. I really miss both of you guys tonight. So, Mike, it's your turn to do the talking.
Okay. Well, strap in. Let's get started. Little prologue. The letter you received was on fancy letterhead, a gold leaf letter D surrounded by thorny vines drawn in a deep red ink. The hand-lettered missive had a tone of urgency about it. A child has gone missing. Several children, in fact, have gone missing over the past few months. One in particular, a young lady named Madame, has the village quite upset. Madame was universally beloved by the villagers and was widely regarded as an excellent knitter and seamstress, and a generous one at that, having made or repaired clothes at a discount for poorer villagers who otherwise could not have afforded something as necessary as winter sweater. The village of Dioful is beside itself with grief and anger, and the outpouring of emotions has tugged at the heartstrings of Lord Dioful, the village's kind and beneficent noble ruler. He sent letters far and wide, charging his servants with delivering them to the bravest and noblest people they could find, and that would be all. The letter invites you to Castle Dioful, high on a cliff overlooking the village. You will enjoy the Lord's hospitality, and in return, you will search for the missing children, especially Madame. There is a reward in store for you if you succeed, though the amount of the reward is not specified. The envelope contained a single gold wheel, which is worth 20 silver lunars, or nearly a month's pay. You traveled for many days from your home village towards the village of Dioful and Castle Dioful. The gift in the letter has been useful in covering your travel expenses. Everybody good so far?
Yes.
A light dusting of snow has fallen gently, frosting the deep green needles of the pine trees, lending a beauty to the forest even in the dim light. Some snow fell on the path and turned to slush, then to mud, making for an unpleasant walk. A web of roads that crisscrossed the forest meant you encountered your fair share of crossroads as you made your way toward your destination. At some crossroads, you encountered other travelers heading in the same direction as you, and you decided for company and mutual protection that you would travel together. Slowly over the course of the day, a party formed. Finally, toward the end of the day, the forest gives way to an open and rolling terrain through which cuts a large and mighty river, which lies to the north. To the south rise cliffs, which serve as the facade of a ridge of mountains that rise several thousand feet to the sky. Pine trees cover the mountains, and in several gaps cutting through the trees, you see massive and majestic waterfalls feeding the streams that in turn feed the river. In front of you and to the east, the path leads to a small village on top of a small rise. Around the village are several farms, each with a farmhouse and a barn. The fields are empty, and the smoke rises lazily from the chimneys of the houses. Warm lights can be seen peeking through the curtains over the windows. The heart of Diofel village lies ahead of you. The path you're on is the central road through the village. It leads through 2 rows of buildings that quickly open into a central square, then narrow again as the path leads away from the village and continues to the east. The village's buildings are mostly squat, one-story structures made from wood. Even the tiles of the roofs and the wood are wooden and are now dusted with snow. A few 2-story buildings stand around the village square. Welcome to the village of Diofel. What would y'all like to do?
This is where the children went missing from, is from this village?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And in the letter that we received, was there an appointed or requested meeting time, or was it just in general, please come to Castle Diofel?
It was just in general, please come to the castle.
Okay.
Having that instruction, does it seem like the castle's easy to pick out from entering into town?
It's up on the cliff overlooking the town.
Vel Igor is famished. This is a long trip, long time. Tired of eating dry meat. Perhaps a drink will do us well?
Yes. Let us proceed.
Drink sounds perfectly in order.
So
Absolutely.
as we go through the town, do we see anybody who's in obvious distress? Does it look like anybody is maybe wandering around aimlessly looking for a child that they know they won't find?
No.
Okay.
Life seems to go on as normal in the village. You're not seeing any obviously grieving parents or city guards mounting the search.
Okay. Then I just anybody look obviously out of place?
You do.
Okay. All right. Other than the traveling philosopher.
No. It just everything seems very normal.
Okay.
Are
Are
there
we
any
think-
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Kat.
Are there any passersby that we can ask where, an inn or a tavern might be?
As it is rather late in the afternoon, businesses are shutting down and merchants are heading this way and that. People heading home for the evening. So yes, there are plenty of passersby.
I'd love to stop one. Excuse me. Anywhere where we might be able to get some sustenance.
The Beaver.
Thank you.
The Beaver Inn, right over there.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'll turn back to everyone and be like, over there.
Sounds like over there is the way to go.
Yeah, DM, were we did the letter say we were supposed to go straight to the castle? Were we expecting any hospitality there?
There was nothing specified like that in the letter. It was mostly an invite and the offer of reward.
Okay. All right. What I know about this part of the world, would it be considered, I guess, rude to the ruler if they have invited us to the castle for us to say, "Oh, well, we're just going to spend the night in the village and then go in the morning," or would that be more customary to wait until the next morning to go to the castle? Just trying to figure out timing wise.
It would be more customary to wait until the morning. The castle is going to be a
Okay.
little bit of a walk for you, so you would arrive well after dark, which might not be
Okay.
your safest course of action. So, yes, waiting until the morning would be perfectly acceptable. Um, perfectly acceptable course of action. Um, what I would typically do, and I didn't think about this, but this is an opportunity for you to roll under knowledge local customs.
Okay. Under knowledge, local customs. Okay. I just have, oh, okay. I see customs local. All right. So I have a 25. I rolled a 93. So I don't know anything about this.
Are any of us able to provide assistance in that? Maybe a group discussion about if we're going to go straight to the castle or not?
Yes, I
Yes.
will allow that.
Well, my 87 is not much better, so
I clearly am at a loss, and so I simply say, anxiety. It is the dizziness of freedom.
So Igor is no accustomed to lordly type customs, but I do know how to not partake in them. And we should definitely not go in the evening, for it would be considered a threat, or we should sneak in, which I'm very good at.
As it pains me, I would agree with Igor. With a local customs of 70 and a roll of 56, I have read that it often it is customary to arrive, during a morning greeting, as it were. So maybe to find somewhere for the evening would be best.
Then lead the way.
That way. I did.
Very well.
to the beaver.
I will go and I will grab the door and open it and wait for everybody to go in.
So the party goes in. You see basically a busy but not crowded tavern. Interestingly enough, for this time of year, there is not a fire in the fireplace, even though you are experiencing some snow. But there are people there. Food is being consumed. Conversations are being had.
Does it feel like a seat yourself dynamic where we can grab a table, an available table if there is one?
There is an available table.
I'd like to go right up to the bar or whatever server. Can I please have 4 of the local swill?
Yeah, I guess. Just sit over there. I'll bring it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm going to make sure that I sit with my back not to the door. I want to be kind of seeing who's coming in and who's leaving.
Okay.
I will sit where I can keep an eye on the bar. She's watching the door. I'll watch the bar.
And your server, a somewhat haggard older woman, comes up. She's got 4 bone cups in her hands. There is some sort of frothy liquid inside, and she sets them down on the table and says, "Do you want something to eat with that?"
Thanks for the drink. What are your food choices?
We have warm mutton and we have cold mutton.
An
I would
excellent
like the
variety.
warm mutton, please.
Warm mutton, then, for me, please.
So we have not been given payment or like a prepayment for this, correct? So we have not.
You were given a gold wheel, which is worth 20 silver lunars.
Gotcha.
That did come with the invite. So you each have probably 15 silver lunars remaining from that. You spent the 5 to travel here.
Okay.
And you may have money on your second page of your character
I
sheet.
do. I was just trying to make sure if there is any. So I'm going to take a full lunar and kind of put it on the table and just look at, I guess, the innkeeper or the barkeeper, like, food and drink for all, please.
Right away. And she hustles off to the kitchen, and she comes back with 4 dishes of mutton with a side of cheese and bread, sets them out in front of you. You quickly discover that she was lying. They don't have warm mutton.
As she's setting down the plates, I asked, "Is there is a hearth?" You said, right? There's just not a fire in it.
Correct.
You know, in as much of a non-judgmental way as I possibly can, I ask as she's putting down the plates, given the weather conditions, have you considered lighting a fire in that noble hearth of yours?
Not cold enough.
Very well.
Not cold enough. Does it get much colder?
Of course it gets colder.
I see.
Right. But isn't the comfort of your patrons paramount to your business?
No, the food and the, as you call it, swill, is paramount to the business.
Right. Well, as the locals do, and I just down it, like full beer shot it.
Speaking of the food, is there an issue with the hearth in the kitchen?
No issue.
Okay, I believe we asked for warm mutton. I can't help but notice it's more room temperature than warm.
Okay. Duly noted.
No, the resources are this sparse, or you're just unwilling to share.
We've got plenty of resources. There's plenty of food. There's plenty of drink.
It is just not cold enough, as you say, to warm it up a little.
I don't know where y'all are from, but this weather is just fine.
See, then weird. Well, excuse my friends; they are not as hearty as some others. But yes, I think we'll enjoy room temperature, warm swill and sustenance as you have provided. Thank you. So, yours. I didn't catch your name. What was it?
Olga.
Olga. Great name. I know Olga back in my hometown. She's not quite as attractive as you, but nonetheless, here we are. To Olga.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
No, it's not flattery. It's just my normal.
So, GM, as I taste this ale or whatever the local drink is, what is it? Good quality? Is it average quality?
It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's a mead, given the milieu, and it's not the best you've had, but definitely not the worst you've had.
When we
Okay.
finish it, is there a QR code in the bottom that we can So, sorry, Bronze Age. Sorry.
Remember, this is Bronze Age. Yes.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Does it seem like other people in this place are kind of like, are they being judgy?
Yeah, actually,
No.
that's an interesting question, Kat. Like, what was the general vibe of like when we walked in here? Like, were they like, is it fine? Just another bunch of travelers, or was it like really unusual?
Record scratch.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone turns and like awkwardly looks at us.
No, you were basically ignored. I mean, you were treated as if you were just another bunch of villagers coming in for supper. So you drew no special attention, no record scratches, no head turns. Just you came in and sat down and blended in immediately.
Is there some kind of, I don't know what it's called in this game, but is there some kind of perception? I see an insight, but that I could do to see if everybody's food is being served room temperature, or is any of it, showing like steam coming off of it, like it's been cooked, and just kind of trying to suss out whether we're being targeted for different treatment or whether this person is just maybe having a really bad day and doesn't care.
I would offer you the under perception, the scan roll. That's
Okay.
the one that's kind of closest to perception. You're scanning the room. You're looking for any kind of details that may catch your attention without doing a hard term search.
Well, I have a 25 and I rolled a 34, so not quite. Missed it by 9.
Does anyone else seem bothered that the hearth isn't on?
Anybody outside of our table? Do they seem...
No.
Okay.
Just everything seems to be very status quo.
It is normal time. Maybe not cold as some may think, but we appear to be hidden, and nobody knows quite what we are here to do, which is fantastic because we have much money to earn. We must find Lost Child. So I will scan around and look for maybe eavesdrop into conversations, get up and swill my drink, take a little walk and ganter around and see if I can find anything of interest.
Okay, under perception, please roll your listen skill.
Sorry, I had to find my sheet. 30 is my under. And that's That is not a 30. That's 100.
Oh,
No, you fumbled your listen.
Yes.
your ear falls off.
Can I fumble? Can I narrate my fumble, or is there a specific one that I must endure?
You draw a whole lot of attention
Yes.
to your eavesdropping.
Yes.
Um,
I lean and say, "What are you talking about? There must be of quite importance. Perhaps there's something nefarious happening." And then I like lean over and like accidentally like trip and spill my drink on someone. Like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me wipe that off you." And like on my face though, it looks like you would think that I totally succeeded in everything that I was trying to do.
Everyone roll a scan roll for me, please. Actually, no, don't make it scan. Make it insight. Roll an insight skill for me, please.
Oh, what category is insight under?
It's under perception. On the second page, middle column.
Oh yeah. All right, there we go. Own species, I'm assuming.
Own species, yes.
All right, here we go. Small roll. Oh, baby. I got a 3, like 0-3.
Nice.
Wow.
Nailed that insight on my own species.
I got a 16, which is a pass.
Yeah, I got a 37, which is a failure for me.
24, which is a pass.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, everybody but Ken notices that basically Igor's behavior did not elicit the response one would expect. No one seemed terribly upset to be spilled upon or tripped over or eavesdropped on.
That's interesting.
Curious.
They must have some obnoxious regular clientele in this place.
Oh,
Is there actually anything? Like, is there anything else unusual about them? Like, do they seem less than lifelike, or like, are we in a dream state? You know what I mean? Like, is it unusual enough that they weren't bothered? Like, did they almost not even notice him? And we're in a construct.
They noticed him and interacted with him. It was just for lack of a better term, a very subdued reaction to what he did.
Huh. Is Olga's our server, right? Just wandering
Correct.
around. Like, when she makes another pass, can we like get her attention? And I want to ask her, excuse me, we're intending to head to. I'm looking up my notes here. We're heading to the castle in the morning to meet with Lord Diofol. Do you know the Lord? Is there anything we need to know about him before we go to meet him?
He's a very good man, very learned man, very smart man, very devout man. I think you will really enjoy meeting him. This will be a good experience for you.
I do not believe a word that comes out of her mouth.
Because her mutton was cold?
Is there a way I can see? This is the first time she's spoken good or like highly about anything, which seems a tad unusual. So I'm not really sure I believe what she's saying.
Well, you can roll insight if you'd like.
Okay. Let's hope I don't fumble it again. No, that's a 17. So another pass.
As near as you can tell, she was being honest.
Wow. It's the first time I've heard somebody speak so fondly of their liege lord. I must remember this.
Yeah, because she spoke so fondly, like, have I read anything about this town or like an area? Why do they like him so much? Is there any way I might know about it before traveling here?
Let's see. No.
Okay, that's fair.
This place is hardly a blip on the map.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Are
And
there
you know
any?
your own customs well, but you don't know
No.
lore
Others.
outside of your homeland.
Are there any families or kids in here? Is this more like a community establishment, or is it just adults?
You don't notice any kids. It's just adults.
Okay.
When Ulka steps away, I'll lean into my companions and say, Do you think she would know anything about the missing children? These people are acting very strangely here.
I was having a similar thought. I think it would be good to ask her about it the next time she comes to check up on us.
And since they don't seem to mind being interrupted, would anybody else like their mutton heated? I have a good mind to walk into the kitchen and throw my plate in the oven for a little bit.
Oh,
My plate's already empty. I was very hungry and I'm tanky tank, so I ingested all my calories.
my dear philosopher, it may be the most disrespectful thing you could do. Just based on what I have understand and have encountered. The resources may be valuable, and if you are asking, it may be a slap in the face, so to speak, to insist upon something rather than just blend in and coalesce with the locals.
Cat, roll scan, please.
My scan is not bad, but that roll certainly was a 79. I fail.
Okay. Never mind.
I
But I will sit back and enjoy fireworks, or not fireworks. I will sit back and enjoy fire show, if you would like to ask.
Ken, roll
What?
scan.
Okay. Scan. Nope, 77.
Is it possible for me, and please feel free, GM, to dismiss this? Could I try to charm, as in chat up some of the people around to see if they've heard anything about visitors coming to town? I don't know if I want to mention the missing children, but we'd been asked for, and have others like us been asked for?
Yes, you may absolutely use a charm roll.
Okay.
We'll pick a random stranger at the next table.
Hey! But just barely. So my charm is 35 and I rolled a 33.
Yeah, success is good.
You tell me. Really charming.
Oh, that's intimidation. That's not charm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so have others been asked for from outside of here? For
No,
jobs?
you're the first visitors we've seen in a long time. Sometimes merchants pass through, but they keep to themselves, but
We had heard on our travels that some people have gone missing from here.
That is true. We've got issues with children going missing. The Lord promised us that he was taking care of it.
That is just terrible. Oh my goodness. How many children have gone missing?
I can't tell you. You'd have to ask the Lord.
Oh, everyone just seems to defer to him. He must be so kind and benevolent.
He is. He's a great man. I wish you could meet him.
Well, I mean that will be our plan in the morning. We just know it's customary to that usually arriving in the evening would just be frowned upon.
Well, I've never
Well,
been invited up to visit him, so I can't speak to that, but I know that you'll be warmly welcomed.
Oh, well, have you met him then?
Yeah, he regularly rides through the village.
A man of the people. How wonderful. Well, I thank you for your time.
You're most welcome. Can I buy you a drink?
That's Cat, not the character. Because I was actually just looking to see like how charismatic is my character. I'll look back. Absolutely, this local draught is delicious.
Isn't it good? It's the
Yes.
Lord's private label.
Oh, fascinating. Above table, this is terrifying. Why did they like him so much?
I know, it's making me very curious to get to the encounter with him in the morning.
Right.
I'm gonna try something based on seeing what my companion is doing. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to the. Is there a door that leads into the kitchen, or is it just an opening that leads into the kitchen?
Just an opening.
Okay. I am gonna go over there, and I'm just gonna kind of peek in. There's people working in the kitchen, or is it empty?
There's a couple of people working in the kitchen.
Okay, then I'll do the sort of knock on the door frame to get their attention, and then I would like to use charm and see if I could ask one of them to heat up my plate for me.
Sure.
And because there's ovens and stoves going, there's fires going, they're cooking things.
No.
No, they're not.
They're cutting bread and cheese, they're cutting meat, but you don't see any fires or ovens going.
Is it kind of like a gyro shop where there's just like this hunk of mutton and they're like just cutting off slabs of it, basically cold?
That'd be somewhat similar, yeah.
Yeah.
The infection risk is insane here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually,
the county health inspector hasn't been by in months.
Okay, then seeing that, if there's no ovens going, no fires going, I'm not going to ask them to heat up anything. That changes my plan. Okay, so I'll just go and I'll say, are you all particularly busy this evening, or is this about a normal crowd for everyone?
This is a normal crowd, but it is getting late, so it is thinning out.
Yes. Tell me, the Lord invited us to town to look into the issue of the missing children. We're going to go up to the castle in the morning and speak with them, but do you know any of the families whose children are missing? Anybody we should talk to that might have seen or heard anything?
Not personally. I don't know anyone personally. I don't get out of the kitchen much, but I think the Lord can help you with that.
Okay, all right. Well, this ale is, or what is it? Is it whiskey? Is it ale? What are they? Mead. This mead is delicious. Thank you very much, and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
And then I head back to the table and I kind of glumly eat the cold one.
Can we, the next time Olga comes by, I want to ask her about do they have any rooms available for travelers like us to spend the night before we head to the castle?
Olga stops by and she says that there are rooms next door.
Next door?
Next door.
Okay. What is the name of that establishment?
Adjacent to the Beaver?
Next door to the Beaver. The Diofel Inn.
The Diofel Inn. Okay.
Very good. Thank you for the information.
Well, after we drink the wonderful mead, and I'll have some more of that. I'll have one helping of the mutton and a little bit more of the bread. And did you say bread and butter or bread and cheese?
Bread and cheese.
Bread and cheese. I'll have a little bit more of that, and then I'm ready whenever these guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So, Kat,
starting...
how's your treat disease skill?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was like, this mead has to have something wrong with it.
Oh,
So-
no.
My treat disease is not terrible. So I'm gonna roll. Is it treat
No, you don't
disease
have-
or treat poison?
No, I'm giving you a hard time.
Oh,
I
I'm
was
like
gonna
so
say,
ready.
All
I was
of us-
going down that path. I'm like, there's something wrong with this.
in the session 0, Mike, you said that we had a puzzle, and I was like, "Oh my God, we found the
It's
puzzle.
already there.
We have to successfully navigate foodborne illness."
See, I'm like, my thought is, and I was literally about to ask you too, so creepy like mine's. I was going to be like, is there anything strange about this mead? Is there anything that, like, is it really pungent? Because it seems like everyone's kind of pushing it. Is there something going on with it that, like, it gives you a strange effect? Just regular old mead.
Just regular old mead.
Hot damn. All right.
It's had the Diofel Inn, which has a delightful absence of animal names in its title.
Yeah.
Igor will look around and he'll take a flourish and a bow and say, "Olga, this was the most mundane meal I've ever had. Thank you so much for your service."
The mundane mutton and mead meal.
Come on down to the Beaver on Fridays for the mundane mutton and meat meal.
We call it
$5.99.
we call it the 4 a.m. special.
Oh yeah. So I say that, and I don't even wait for her to say anything. I just like bow and then flourish my cloak and close the door behind me.
Well, you're each entitled to a private room. It'll be 1 lunar each.
Okay.
Easily
How
done.
many?
By the way,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
filthy rich,
Okay.
and I don't know why.
Hmm?
I said I'm filthy rich, and I don't know why.
You're the scribe.
Yeah.
Scribes make good money.
Listen, I am living it up.
Okay.
Look around and I start to shake my pockets and realize that I am fresh without lunar. Dear scribe, perhaps for my future treasures that we should encounter, I will pay you then. If you'd loan me, or I could just sleep with in the same bed or room as you. Or I'm used to low standards.
Wow.
Well, not zero low standards, but the floors are okay.
Is this where the rest of us roll the scan check to see if he's totally alienated the rest of the party?
As if
This is a cringe check.
Yeah.
As if the rest of our travels have not come to this every evening. And I just take a lunar and put it in his hand and go to my room and shut the door.
You know, works every time.
And now you see why he's the bandit.
Yes.
Excellent role play. Thank you, Berg.
One lunar at a time.
If you can't steal their heart, steal their purse.
Or do both. Or do neither. Sometimes you get them more.
Well, night passes uneventfully. You all get a good night's sleep. The rooms are comfortable, if not opulent. You awaken in the morning to the smell of cold mutton and warm mead.
Any fires, anything, like, no, even a lamp outside, anything.
You do see candles. I mean, fires burn here. You do see candles. You do see
Okay.
lanterns, but
So
just
it's
no
more
fire.
of a preference, not a. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Before we head up or on our way, if anyone wants to do anything else before we start traveling, though, feel free.
I'm good to head to the castle.
Yeah, I'm good too. Good.
So on our way up there, I have an old letter of introduction from one of the senior scribes. But before we introduce ourselves to this benevolent leader, I've never heard of such a thing, maybe it's best to not play our full hand.
What do you have in mind?
Simply that we were here for a job and let him provide us with all the information possible.
See if it jives with what's in the letters that we all received, kind of thing.
Yeah, and see if maybe we're also getting his kind, benevolent act, and not be it from me to tell what others should do, but it pains me to say, Igor, you could maybe look around while we have these discussions.
Igor is incredible at looking at things, and I'd be more than happy to sneak ahead, have a look. And as he does it, you see him like kind of trot off, and I'll go up and try to see if there's anything to gain or any kind of information that would be useful before extending ourselves too far. And on the way, I will flip the lunar back to Cat and say, yeah, I happened to find some last night. I come across money in lunar very easily sometimes. Your generosity
Terrifying.
will not be. Your generosity will be remembered. So yeah.
I then want to kind of look at Aaron's character and Ken, and on our walk, if there's like any loose dirt or anything, like make yourselves look more pathetic. It can raise the price.
No, she said more pathetic.
Yeah, even more pathetic. She would say, make you look pathetic. It's more pathetic. Yeah.
I nod at Kat's character and I say, yes. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but having new eyes.
Was that what was on that bottle of mead? You need to take a rest, my friend.
That was very philosophical.
You should write that down, Kat.
I actually will, like, embarrassingly, like, play it off as a joke, but as I get a moment, like, in my quick journal, just, like, jot it down. It could be used. I could see this.
I have like this leftover piece of charcoal from the previous night's fire, and I try to write the quote on the inside of my shield to remember, but because I have a 0 in read and write, it just smudges the inside of my shield.
Okay. Well, it does take you the better part of the morning and into the afternoon to head out to the castle. It is a little ways away. You ascend a long twisting pathway up the side of the cliff that leads to the front gate of the castle. It is in the afternoon, and the shadows of the castle are starting to get long. The castle is rectangular with medium-height stone walls surrounding it. The top of the wall is smooth, and the wall is thick. At the top of the path, the gatehouse welcomes you. 2 columns support a small roof that covers the guests waiting at the gate. 2 more columns on top of the wall support an additional roof that would protect the gate's guards. The 2 wooden doors are shut, and a rope hangs next to the door.
If nobody else does, I will grab the rope and pull, expecting it to ring a bell somewhere.
Pulling on the rope rings a bell close by on the other side of the wall. You wait a few minutes, but then hear a wooden beam being removed from the other side of the door, and one door slowly creaks open. Standing before you is a man of indeterminate age. His well-coiffed hair is blonde with streaks of silver, and his close-cropped beard is the same mix of colors. He looks to be in very good shape, though the skin on his hands and face show the lines and marks of someone of advanced age. He is dressed in simple woven clothes, breeches and a tunic, with low-cut leather boots. He is not armed. Behind him, you can see the castle's courtyard. The grass in the courtyard is brown and overgrown, as if nobody has tended to it in a long time. Around the courtyard, there are several buildings: a kitchen, stable, servants' quarters, blacksmith shops, woodworker's shop, barn. At the far end of the courtyard, the keep stands watch over its domain. It is a blocky 3-story building. The first story features a colonnaded front porch and a large arched doorway in the middle. There are windows at regular intervals on the 3 sides you can see. The windows are dark. The roof is flat, and there is a frame for a tent, but the remnants of the cloth that covered it hang loosely and flutter in the occasional breezes. Behind the keep stands a square 6-story tower. The tower has no windows, just narrow slits at each level. The roof is also flat and has a banister and railing surrounding it. The doorman asks you, "What do you want?"
And I turn to the scribe.
Well, I have a letter here from the head scribe of my clan, and we were called here for a job, and I am just here to get more information so that we can fulfill this quest for you.
We're not hiring at the moment. Thank you very much.
Oh, but we received this letter.
I guess we will pull the letter out and show the letterhead from the Lord of the Castle.
That is the Lord's initial, but I don't recognize the writing on those letters. I'm sorry, but thank you for stopping by.
I would like to. Is he like trying to close the door or anything?
He hasn't tried to close the door, but he's
Okay.
standing in a way that blocks you from entering.
And I do apologize for taking more of your time. It seems that there's been just a big misunderstanding here. If not work, we're certainly able to lend a hand. We've heard that some individuals from your town may be missing, and I've heard that children have gone missing. We were actually at the Beaver last night, and poor Olga told us all about it, and I was just wondering if there's anything we could do to assist you.
Roll your fast talk.
Hold. 14. which is under what I needed of a 25. I thought it was going to go away.
Nicely done.
Very well done.
The doorman pauses. He seems lost in thought.
We heard your Lord is just so kind and benevolent, and I know he would absolutely just want more assistance on this terrible matter.
Well, yes, and I heard that he has made promise to solve all problems, and it seems like problems are not solved.
Well, you know what? This would be a better conversation for you to have with him. Why don't you step inside the gate, wait here, and I will go see if he's taking visitors today.
Oh, you are so hospitable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, good sir.
He walks back across the courtyard, steps up onto the colonnaded front porch, and you notice that he doesn't really open the front door, but kind of squeezes around it as if he can't open, as if the door was already open, but he didn't want to touch it.
Love that for us. Beyond being overgrown, is there any sign of life, even animal life, in this like courtyard area?
No.
Yeah. Any activity around the other buildings, the stables, the servants' quarters, anything like that?
No.
I
So
look
it's-
at my companions. This is a very strange place.
So it's just this dude in this big complex where the windows are dark and no sign of life.
Mhm.
Just the dude.
Just the dude, and the dude has gone through a doorway and
Without
is no
touching it.
longer apparent.
And
Yeah,
is
just
no-
kind of squeezing through and
Wow. Well, are we?
So do we think this job is worth it? I mean,
We got the fancy letter, and now they don't even care.
we got paid to do nothing.
We got paid
Well,
to travel
we're
to the
one
place
up.
called Mutton. Is basically what.
Well, if we look at it
the
another
adventure's
way,
over. Sorry, you lose.
if we look at it another way, friends, if there is something wrong here at the castle, and if the legitimate lord has somehow been compromised, if we solve this problem, then this castle may need new tenants. It might make a wonderful base of operations.
I did doubt where you fit in the team, and yet I am reminded daily why we keep you.
Sometimes, my friend, even to live is an act of courage.
Oh my God. What? Ken has a chat GPT window open, and he's just like, give me a quote about the merits of life. Quick.
Well, if we are to become lords of a manor, I call library. It's mine. None of you can read it. Well, you can read, but mine.
I think before we start claiming rooms, we should figure out if we want to touch the front door before we walk in.
I will sneak through without touching front door.
Igor, what did you find when you were scouting? Did you notice anything other than?
Yes, I noticed there was nothing happening. It's strangely quiet.
Okay.
So I want to kind of come back to the guard not recognizing the writing,
handwriting.
but recognizing the signature. Honestly, I'm not even 100% sure what I'm looking for. Just like if there's, like if am I able to? I guess am I able to start to make a connection that this is this is possibly a fake letter, or like someone else pinned it, like we're why would someone else pin it, but then have like the signature of the Lord? So would that be insight or?
It's not something that you can deduce. That would be something you'd have to do to deduce on your own. There's not a roll that's going to give you that information. You're asking some good questions, but it's not.
Okay. All right. So I will. So I am going to like try to sneak through the crack in the door without touching it.
Okay. You find that to be very difficult.
All right, then I shall push it open.
Okay. Multiply your strength by 3 and roll under that.
I'm not strong. But we shall see. All right. Oh, what is that? 62, I think. I'm bad at math, sorry. 42. Okay, let's see.
The ultimate
That-
big bad math.
Yes. I failed. I did a 49.
Okay.
So above
Doors
a
don't
43. Doors does not budge for me. Perhaps someone stronger may flex
Yep.
muscles to open.
Send in the heavy infantry. All right. So wait. What? I'm sorry. What was the algebra that we have to? It's
Strength times 3. Strength times 3.
3, which is 48. So I have to roll lower than a 48.
Correct.
Ken has a thought.
As he's walking up there,
Your
I'm
strength's
going to
only
go
an 8?
ahead and walk up towards the door as well, and I'll wave for Kat's character to come up since we're all moving up there, and so
I would like
we're
to be
not
last,
scattered
please.
all over. Pardon?
I said I would like to be last, please.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Did I do the math right? 16 times 3 is 48.
Oh,
Sounds
16
right.
times 3. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh God, 75.
Okay. It appears we have been walked out.
So,
Have
like,
no
is
fear.
it really just like a narrow gap, and this dude somehow just slipped right
Yeah.
through?
Pretty much.
That is very strange.
Well, I am highly dexterous, so
DM,
Well,
quick question on rune magic. If I summon a creature, how long does that creature stay around? Does it stay around for a day, a combat, what?
Until you dismiss it.
Oh.
So would I be correct in guessing that a creature like an earth elemental would be pretty strong?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Ken for the win.
So I look at my friends and I say, should I summon a companion to help us? Might be able to deal with this door.
If you don't, I will. Go for it.
Okay.
Do we think he's coming back?
I don't know. If he slipped through this door, he's got some sort of weirdness going on. Oh, wait a minute. Before I summon the earth elemental, DM, what is the range on something like detect enemies? Do I have to be able to see people, or is it just sort of a distance that I can?
Let me.
Or Or before we bust this bitch up, can I take a listen and see if we hear him coming back?
This spell gives the approximate direction and distance from the caster of any being intended to harm them, or it detects and locates a specific individual on whom the caster concentrates. The effects of the spell cannot be resisted.
Okay. Effect is stopped by 1 or more meters of a dense substance of stone, metal, or earth. All right. That only cost me 1 point. So I'm gonna cast Detect Enemies and kind of in the direction inside the building, try to concentrate on the guy that we met at the door.
Okay. You detect nothing.
Okay, my spirit magic tells me that the person we met at the door may no longer be inside,
Or he may not be an enemy.
or he may not be an enemy.
When he, when he slipped through the door, like after that, and is it dark beyond the door? Like we can't,
Yes.
like he just kind of disappeared.
Yes.
Like, did we hear sounds of maybe him like walking down a hallway or upstairs or like retreating beyond the door? Or was it just like a whoosh, and he was gone kind of thing?
He was gone kind of thing.
Perfect. Ken, how's that earth elemental coming along?
Okay. You said we have 3 rune magic points?
Yes.
Or I have 3 rune points I see on my character sheet. Summon small earth elemental. Does that cost 1 point, or what does that cost?
1 point.
1 point. Okay. I say I step back and I hold my hands out and I twiddle my fingers a little bit and I raise my arms and I say, "Spirit of Earth, rise. Bring me an elemental to assist us. Oh, great Babisterkar, we shall do your will this day." And I cast the spell. Do I have to roll anything?
No, you do not have to roll anything.
If this is not successful, I shall climb over.
Okay. This is a ritual spell, so it's going to take you some time to perform the ritual.
I shall
Okay.
climb over.
So it's not an immediate, as in, summon the earth elemental. There is a ritual that you need to go through in order to summon the elemental. So this does take some time.
Okay, then in that case, presuming I've done this before, I would know that. I'll go over towards an area and try to choose a more bare area of ground in that courtyard area and try to do the summoning there.
Okay. You successfully summon the earth elemental.
Okay. And in all that time that I'm doing that, the guy never comes back out of the castle.
No.
Can I try to scale the walls?
You can try to scale the walls.
Okay. Because
That would be
Igor
something
would be impatient.
That is something as simple as rolling your climb.
All right. I shall roll my climb. What do I need to go under? 50.
Wow.
50-50 chance.
Got this.
50 on the dot.
Yeah! Does a tie succeed or fail in Runequest?
Succeeds.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ferg! Woo!
It's a 50 or lower.
All right. So Igor starts to scope out footholds and various places to lean onto, and you see him start to impatiently scale this wall. And then, what do I see on the other side?
Oh, so you're scaling the wall, or are you scaling the building?
whichever. So I can scale the building. I thought this was I didn't. I thought we were still in the gatehouse area. So this is in like the
No.
keep area.
Yes, this is the keep area. You're
Okay, so
you're at
I'll
the front.
So what do
You're
I
at
see
the-
when I climb up there?
Let's see. So you're climbing up to the second floor. Are you going into the second floor, or are you just looking through a window?
Probably I would probably look first and just see if there's any kind of movement in this area before I go in. If there is movement, then I'll just kind of hang out. But if there isn't, then I'll hop in.
Don't tell Kat, but you see a library.
That's funny.
I see. I see that I like look down and I whisper. I don't know how I'm trying to be somewhat discreet but somewhat noticeable. And say like, I found the kindling that they have missed so dearly at the Beaver End.
But no, to your point, you
say
They have
that.
a bunch of firewood.
you see no movement inside. You just see a library.
Okay. Then I will hop into this. Like try and nudge my way and wedge myself onto this windowsill or somehow, and then try and gain entry.
Okay. There's no glass, so you're able to just slip through
Okay.
the window entry. You are in the library. Please roll your scan.
Okay, scan. Just missed it. 32. So it's a
I have
fail.
a really stupid question.
No such thing.
We'll find out together. So I'm looking at my agility to see, is there anything I can do to either get through this crack or climb up? When it says boat, does that mean like actually a boat?
Yes, it means actually
Nice.
a boat.
Okay, cool. I don't want to roll boat. Okay, great.
If you're wanting to climb, I can toss you a rope. If I notice.
I have pretty good climb. I just didn't know if I was really missing something. If it was like I don't even know. I'm sorry. This whiskey was a lot. So is boat a boat? Perfect.
What does the QR code say? Don't
Oh,
drink this whiskey.
I have it for you guys. It is a blended Japanese whiskey, and I cannot pronounce it for the life of me, but I can put it in the stream chat for everyone who is interested.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Yes, I would like to climb, not boat. Thank you so much for asking.
I did have a party one time that started off boating and ended up rolling a critical failure and overturned the boat, and I had to send a naiad into the river to rescue them because they kept failing their swim rolls as well.
They couldn't boat. They couldn't
bad boaters.
boat.
Yeah, I having worked with each other long enough to be in this party. I'll fashion a rope to somewhere, tie it off, and drop it down. And then go in and do my scan, and I look up and I go, "Oh, such a wasteful endeavor." And just like callously, run like a kid runs across the walls, and I'm not knocking him down like a cat, but I am just running my hands over top of the leather-bound books. And
Kat, you hear this? Actually, that's a very good question. No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Kat, are you climbing?
Does a rope give me any sort of advantage, or I'm just going for it?
It gives you a 20% advantage, so add 20
Ooh.
to your climb skill.
Okay. Thank you. Climb, my climb is 45, and that was a 63.
Oh,
So that 20 allows me to climb.
To the library. You have
Oh,
ascended to
hell
heaven.
yeah. I want to open a book. Is there anything in here? Is it good? Is it juicy?
Roll a search.
$11. And yes, that is a success.
Okay. You look through the books looking for something juicy. What you do notice instead is what is missing, that there aren't any religious texts.
Oh.
As
I'm
she
gonna-
makes. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to mention that to Igor, but also be like, I'm not sure if all of us climbing up is the answer or us going down to open the door for them.
Yes, I think we should go down and help them from other side. I'm interested in what you say. The whole town says all time devout man, devout, benevolent. But how devout can one be with no religious texts? And I guess we'll just
Strange.
to kind of help out. Do you just want to go back to Kin and the stone elemental and see if you can get it open? And then if not, we can try to sneak down and open it that way.
Okay, Ken.
Yes. While they have done that, does that give me enough time to complete the ritual, or are we talking hours for this ritual?
You're talking hour at least for the ritual.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess the next course of action is for us to sneak. So yeah, I will look out into the
Aaron,
hallway.
where is your character? Are you still staying right at the door?
yeah, I've been kind of hanging out there with you because
I'm a little bit out in the courtyard. You're probably at the door,
Yeah.
listening for anybody coming from inside.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys are, okay, all right.
Yeah, so I will sneakily peek around the corner and do my best to quietly move or hide as we traverse through this keep.
Well, you do go out the door of the library. Please roll your move quietly.
All right, that's fantastic. That's a 2.
Wow.
That's a critical move quietly.
There we go.
You're invisible.
So you sneak out into what you determine is a hallway. You see doors on either side. There are 4 doors, and at the far end of the hallway is a stairway that goes both up and down.
Okay. I will stay the course, despite my interest being piqued by these closed door is just something that hasn't been opened yet. But I'll go downstairs and try to continue to move quietly and see if I can find a way to help them open from the other side.
Okay, you go downstairs. The stairway leads you into a great hall. There's a mosaic floor depicting a warrior fighting with a lion. There's a massive wooden table in the middle of the hall surrounded by wooden couches. The cushions on the couches are dusty and dry rotted. You see a open doorway that you can peer in and see there is a kitchen there. There is another doorway that leads to a room with columns, apparently a chapel, because there's a stone altar at one end, and another door that leads to an anteroom.
Okay. Um, do I think that the way to where they are would be through the antechamber?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go through there, and I'll try and open that door.
Okay, roll your scan for me real quick, please.
Okay, that's a pass. That's a 27. I needed a 30.
Okay. In the antechamber, there is dust everywhere, and in the dust on the tiled floor are many footprints. Most common are the small footprints made by bare feet, and some of the footprints reveal that a struggle has taken place in that room.
Fascinating.
Okay. Then I will do my best to not disturb that scene, and continue to go through the chamber and try to open the door that is locked. Or
Roll your strength times 3.
oh gosh. No, that's an 84. If it was reversed, I'd be right.
In this game, can two people work together to try to do like a test of strength? Could two characters work together? Because now
Yes.
we have him on the inside and Aaron's character on the outside to try to combine their strength to open the door.
Yes, I will give them a 20% bonus, and they may each roll.
Okay.
Okay.
I say, you can hear me on the other side. on 3, we shall push, and I think you push, I pull. Either way, we will figure this out.
So wait, do we hear him on the other side?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. He's just on the other side of the door from you.
He's
Do we
telling
see
you to
him?
push and pull.
Like if I peek through the crack, can I see him or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
So
failed.
both of you roll strength times 3 with a 20% bonus. So if your strength is 48, you roll a 68.
Yeah.
Yeah, 39.
Nice. Perfect, because I got a 69. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so the doors creak open, and you see Igor there in the hallway. Do you tell them what you've noticed already?
Yeah, I say, there is evidence of small feet and struggle. Be careful. Look at the ground. See the, and I start to point out the connect the dots between what I see and the dust. And I say,
And point, I'm so sorry, point of clarification. Are they small feet footprints, bare feet footprints, or small bare feet footprints?
The latter, small bare feet footprints.
Thank you.
And Kat, what are you doing other than reveling in the library?
I was actually gonna see, is there anything like a town census or anything within the library that would explain what's been happening? Some sort of journal or recording of anything?
Roll search.
Okay. Wait. I think that's an 8. Sorry,
Zero,
the
zero,
double
eight?
zero. Yeah, the double zero always confuses me. It's
Yes,
008.
it's a 08.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very good roll.
Yes, it is. For me, my search is 50 and I got an 8.
Nice.
Okay. You do find some journals, but you notice that they don't have any journals or any entries within about the last 20 years.
Oh, that's not great. That's gonna start creeping me out, and now I'm here alone, and this has become less fun times and more of a we should probably go. I'm gonna try to follow Igor to get back to the group.
Well, you hear the door creaking open downstairs, so you have a hint and an inkling that they've gotten the front door to at least budge.
Okay. Based on do I have an idea of like how far, if we like went up, how far it would be for me to get down? Would it be easier for me to just take the rope and go down and go through the front door?
It's going to be less physically strenuous just to walk down and go down the stairs.
All right, I'm gonna go down the stairs.
You're not going to save any significant amount of time sliding down the rope.
I just didn't know, like, I know it's the second floor, but I was like, is it the back of the castle and they're at the front? Like, I did how much I'm gonna get lost.
It's not that large a building.
Perfect. Then I would like to try internally to go meet them.
And you succeed.
Hooray!
Meanwhile, out in the courtyard,
I would like to share with everyone that there has not been any breaking news updates in the library for at least 20 years.
Wow.
Is there a date on the letter we were given or anything like that?
No. But it doesn't look 20 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
I explained to Kat, and I say there are signs of struggles and small footprint. It seems that perhaps the missing children are somewhere hidden throughout here.
Is it possible the tracks that we're talking about, like what sort of skill check would it be or talent would be needed to be able to tell like how fresh the tracks are in the dust, right? Like was there dust, tracks were made and then more dust, so maybe the tracks are older, or are they like fresh?
Since you're being very specific in your description of what you're looking for, I'm not going to make you roll a skill roll. But they appear fresh. There's not like a layer of dust that has settled on top of the footprints.
Okay, cool.
So we have our little huddle, and I will look around and I say, perhaps you all stay quiet and concealed for just a moment. I will venture forth and look into to other places that were around. I saw a few doors on this floor, a chapel, one that looked like there was quarters for housekeepers and cooking service. And what was there another door that I missed? I think I missed
The antechamber, the kitchen, and the chapel.
That's it. Okay. So I'm going to go and I just want them to hang back a little bit, and I'm going to go check out. I want to check out the chapel because it just seems ironic that there is nothing religious anymore, and that everyone's saying how devout it is. That's kind of making his spidey sense go off.
yeah.
I just want to take a second before we do that. We actually got $5 in support of Child's Play from
Ectalum.
I'm going to say it wrong. Is it Ectalum? So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate it. And here's to you, friend.
Thank you, Ectalum.
Sorry for the interruption.
A very worthy interruption.
It gave Igor a chance to get to the chapel, and what you see is a rectangular room about 30 feet long and 15 feet wide. Stone columns line the left and right sides of the room. Along the left and right walls between the columns are statues to the household gods. The statues have all been knocked to the ground and their heads have fallen off. A large stone altar sits atop a raised dais at the front. Atop the altar is a bronze brazier in which the sacrificial fires were lit. The altar stands about 2 feet away from the back wall. Through the windows on the wall on the right, you can see that the afternoon is getting very late and the sky is getting darker. You're starting to see signs that maybe the sun will be setting soon.
Okay. Igar will cautiously approach altar to see if there is any remnants of recent fires or sacrifices.
You don't. The ashes in the no, there are not any recent activity in the chapel.
Okay. And there's no there's nothing that would make me lead to believe that there's been anybody in here for a while.
I didn't say that.
Okay, so I would be searching to see if there's like footsteps, if they're in the dust, or if there's like anything that looks out of place, like perhaps a brazier that is that looks a little loose and can be opened, or anything that might denote a secret passage. Or
then I am going to encourage you to roll your search skill.
Okay. Alright, my search skill is not the best, but it's not the worst. So I might... Let me see what I have at my disposal here. Magic-wise. I only have things that trick, not discover. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna roll my search and let's hope. 36, which is above a 30.
Ooh.
Oh man, so close.
Yeah.
It's the heartbreak of Runequest.
Well, I just
so close.
I brush my hands together and say, "No one has been here for a while. They must be elsewhere." And I head back out to meet up with everyone and say, "Yes, I like. Despite my witty or my exquisite intuition, to no avail. It seems that there is nothing in there of interest. So we shall need to continue our search elsewhere for the small child." Yeah,
Did the struggle and the footprints lead into that chapel area, or did it lead somewhere else?
You do see footprints through the great hall that do lead into the chapel. You don't see footprints leading into the kitchen.
Oh, interesting.
So perhaps maybe a more astute eye could... I did all my tricks. I tried everywhere. I lifted the rug. I sewed the stone. Nothing was loose. So perhaps somebody with a more astute eye, or maybe a magic eye, could do this. You said something about the eyes earlier.
So, DM, about how long have they taken doing all of this?
Not quite an hour.
Okay. So out in the courtyard, you hear the echo.
Do we like periodically hear a very sage quote like uttered and like floating through the air to inspire us?
Probably not, because he's having to mutter magical words.
Darn it!
In a mystical language.
No wonder we're not finding anything. We're lacking a certain inspiration.
So I guess I'll show both of your characters. I'm like, the trail ends right here. It's I cannot deduce more than this.
Can we take a look around the chapel area and see if we find anything different?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am, you may. Just
Yes,
roll
please.
your search.
Search?
All right.
Okay. hell no.
Jeez.
Do you have an? I don't want to. Do we have any magic that could help you?
The only thing that I can think of, but I'm assuming that I have something called river eyes, but I think that's more water based. It's not anything. I'm looking it up.
I keep forgetting that I have magic. Like, that's the interesting thing about this game system, right? Is that, like, in my mind I'm the tank, but it's like, oh wait, no, like I have magic I could maybe use.
Yeah.
So this spell allows the user to see through water as if looking through air and vice versa. It eliminates all reflections and refractions. However, if the water is murky or the air is foggy or smoky, it does not render the medium transparent.
Thank you. Yeah, that's not super helpful here.
Do we? Okay.
Very helpful if I use my boat skill.
Yeah. If we needed a boat. Okay, I'm gonna try and think outside the box here a little bit. Do we have? Are we able to see where the footprints tail to? Like, is that evident enough, or do they just generally go in here?
They just generally go in there.
Okay. Shoot.
Once they get in there, there's enough going on the floor that you're not able to. You can tell there's been a lot of foot traffic, but you can't identify any particular path.
Okay.
And I'm so. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ferg.
Well, okay. So I'm gonna. Igor has idea, and I'm gonna run into the kitchen, and I'm going to look for some water, and I'm going to start trying to going through the spots that I tried but I failed, because I still think that there's something here, and I'm gonna start pouring water into these areas to see if they funnel through a crack in the door or something.
Oh, like a secret chamber or something.
And
Yeah.
Pat's character is able to use her vision to possibly to look through this or something like that.
Is there a mechanic in Runequest where a player can give another player inspiration?
No, not really. But
Darn.
I do allow bonuses.
What if could I use a runic inspiration on this?
If you want to use runic inspiration for another search, I will allow that.
Yes, I will do that.
Good call.
And so in the way it looks in my roleplay is that I went and found water and tried to connect these dots. Okay, so how do I do runic inspiration again?
So you pick the rune that you want. Since it's a search skill, there isn't a particular rune associated with that. So I will let you pick any of the 3 runes in which you have skills. You will roll that just like you would a normal roll. So if you've got a rune skill of 70, you would roll against a 70.
All right, so I'm going to roll my darkness, which is a 60.
Nice.
Okay.
And you see, is there any candles lit in here?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna go snuff them out so that it was nice and dark. But I will. Come on. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
A 73.
Oh no! Oh my god!
I'm flipping. I'm flipping through the spell book like a crazy person. Be like, what is this gonna help? Is this gonna help? Right? Is this gonna help?
I'm sorry, GM. Could I trouble you for a retelling of the description of this chapel, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
The chapel is a rectangular room about 30 feet long and about 15 feet wide. Stone columns line the left and right sides of the room. Along the left and right side walls, between the columns, are statues of the household gods. The statues have all been knocked to the ground and their heads have fallen off. A large stone altar sits atop a raised dais at the front. Atop the altar is a bronze brazier in which the sacrificial fires were lit. The altar stands about 2 feet away from the back wall. Through the windows on the wall to the right, you see that the sky is getting dark, that it's getting later in the day, and the mosaic floor depicting a garden scene is void of dust and footprints.
Is there a way that I could light a fire in the sacrificial brazier?
Do you have flint and tinder?
Stand by, please, while I access my pre-generated character sheet.
I have paper and a lot of it if you have any sort of flint.
I do have a flint and tinder on my gear section.
How's that elemental, Ken? Looking pretty buff?
We'll find out when an hour has passed.
It's interesting, just a side note, which I'm sure you guys already connected, but I missed it in the initial description. It's interesting that the library had no religious tomes, and in this chapel, all the deities have been knocked over, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's floating dots, right? It's just trying to connect all of them. It's very interesting. All right, are we built? Can I use some of your paper, Cat, to build a fire in the sacrificial brazier?
It hurts me as a scribe, but yes.
Can't tell if my guy is supposed to be like smart or not. I guess moderately smart, right? With an intelligence of 13. So he's like, it's sacrificial brazier. Let's light a fire. Let's see what I mean, if nothing else, it's getting dark, right? So we need some light.
So you set a fire, paper burns, fire good, smoke created, goes out windows. No demons emerge, if that's what you were looking for.
So smoke goes out the windows. Is it like a breeze coming from a specific location or area?
Ooh. Roll, let's see, roll a scan.
Okay. Okie, 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 okie. 12. My scan is 40.
There seems to be some sort of source of air coming from behind the altar.
There we go.
Ooh. Can I go over and poke at it or see, like, get closer? Can I feel the air or anything like that? Does this altar move or is there something behind it?
There's about a 2-foot gap between the altar and the back wall, and you can feel a breeze coming from out of that back wall.
Oh, okay. I let everybody know there's something going on back here.
I want to totally check it out with her. So, like, as we're checking it out, when you say that there's like a source of air coming from the back wall, like, is it coming from cracks between the blocks of the wall, or?
I pour my water.
That's what it appears from putting your hand on it. You can feel the wind or a breeze coming up, bumping against your hand as you put it along the cracks of the wall.
Oh man. Philosopher, how's that earth elemental coming? Might need to bust down a wall.
We need the earth guy.
Yeah, can we just say an hour has passed by now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can say that.
Let's do that. All right, so does he just appear, or how does it work?
He slithers up from the ground in front of you and is standing in front of you about knee high.
And through the mystic connection I have with these through the goddess, I get the impression it likes to be called Lutum. So, unless DM has a preferred name.
I do not.
Okay. So, I bow a little bit to it, and I say, we have a mystery. Some crimes have been done against the gods here. Please accompany me inside, and we will bring the perpetrators to justice.
The earth elemental follows you.
Okay. And I walk in, and I actually hear me clank, clank, clanking, and then you hear it going. As it comes in. And I suppose somebody probably says, over here, or something like that. And so I go into the chapel with them.
Do not mind all the water. That idea did not work so well. We instead needed to think about air. Or earth, perhaps, now. Maybe your opportunity to shine, great philosopher.
And I look around and I notice we are in a temple. And I nod and I say, oh yes, just as I thought. Religion. It is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by the rulers as useful. It is a shame what they have done to the statues of the gods. See, Lutum. They have.
You're heavy in. Sorry, go ahead. No, I was going to say, I reached for my charcoal and smudged the inside of my shield again. That was amazing.
My friends and I have found that the gods here have been desecrated. Friends, do we have any idea where these people went that may have done this?
I point to behind the altar.
Okay. And somebody else elaborates on what they found?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Do you, we found that there's some air coming from between these blocks. I'm hoping that perhaps if everyone is in agreement, we could use the strength of your earth elemental to persuade the wall to help us see where the source of the air is.
And I look at the elemental and I say, we believe they went through there. And I point to the wall. Can you move this section of the wall?
And the earth elemental gets a good head of steam, rolls up, slams into the wall, and the section of the wall opens up into a dark space.
And again, I give it a little bow.
And it takes off running.
Oh no.
Okay.
Perhaps
all
you should
right.
recall it.
Hey, no, it's gonna get us where we need to go.
It will be other shield.
I have, I have candles, but I don't have any torches. I hope somebody has some torches.
I have torches.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and light one with my flint and tinder.
Okay. I have ignite.
Okay.
Special magic skill.
Ah,
Oh, that's like cool.
that's cool.
Should do that.
So the door opens to reveal a stairway that leads down into the earth. The stairs are made from stone and the walls are carved from the earth. There are sconces on the wall holding torches, but you already have torches, so I won't worry. But none of them would have lit anyway.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, they're probably 20 years old, like everything else in here.
I couldn't find ignite in the magic book.
I'm guessing it's kind of like a.
The spell ignites anything normally flammable. It creates a small fire that can set such things alight as a torch, a thatched roof, or a dry backpack. Skin cannot be ignited. Hair or fur can be, but only if the caster overcomes the target's power.
Okay. So I will try to
Ignite Ken's hair.
yes.
Ow!
I douse the stone elemental in oil and light it ablaze. No, you said that the torches here just look like they physically can't be ignited.
Right.
Not that they're magically unable to ignite.
Yeah, they're just old and
Okay.
dried out, and
Okay, then.
they sputter a little bit, but they don't ignite to the point where they're useful.
All right, then I'll just let Aaron use his good old flint and his torch to light and lead the way.
Yeah, and I'm good with leading the way, right? So if we want to put me in the marching order as first, and then
And I'll follow you because I can call out any commands to the Earth Elemental if we need to.
did he return?
I think he's going. He's
like down the stairs.
From what Mike described, it sounded like he's a bloodhound. He's got a scent. He's gone.
Oh, that's right, because you did issue the command. Okay, that's cool. Sorry. Yeah, well then I don't want to like run after the Earth Elemental, but I want to pace us at a reasonable pace to be carefully treading on the steps. And I do want to try like lighting these torches as I pass them. And I don't know, Mike, if you intended to like really indicate that like why they wouldn't light, but I was going to try and light them.
Yeah, they'll light, they'll sputter, they'll smoke, they'll go out. There's just no fuel for them anymore.
Got it. Okay, cool. But I'll still try as we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as we go, I'm gonna get my shield on my shield arm, pull my mace out, and be ready in case we run into things we gotta start hitting.
That's an interesting point, Ken. Like Mike in Runequest, like if my character has a shield and the torch, is there any sort of action economy or dynamic where I would have to drop torch and draw my battle axe, or like how does and would that take a turn?
Yes.
Okay. All right. But if you guys are good, I can, and it's dark, right? Like one of us needs to be carrying a torch so we can see where we're going, right?
Correct.
Like there's not like dark vision that some of us have, for example.
I mean, I can, if you want me to hold it, I can hold it. I have a little baby dagger and it's not going to do a lot.
That might be a good idea, right? Because then I could have my battle axe in one hand and yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to hold that torch. I'm going to hold it so good.
You light up.
Roll your torch skill.
It's right next to boat on your character sheet.
That was a 42, and I'm not joking. It's the universal answer. I know how to torch.
Nicely done. Well played.
Okay, the straight staircase leads down into the earth for hundreds of feet. It keeps going down seemingly forever. Eventually, the stairs end and a hallway opens in front of you. The hallway stretches out straight as far as you can see, as far as the torch will light. The walls of the hallway, which are carved from the living stone, are marked by occasional alcoves in which are statues of people. They appear to be mostly nobles based on their dress, both men and women. Some are warriors dressed in armor and holding various weapons. The floors, walls, and statues are dusty. Do you continue on?
What is the ground? Is the ground like flagstone? Can we see the tracks? Okay. can we hear or see any sign of this earth elemental, or is it just did it just take off running?
It took off running.
Okay. Well, I guess Okay. Since as a player, I'm new to this game. My character, would my character know what sort of, do I have some kind of telepathic link? Can I call to this thing, or is it verbal commands I have to give to this thing? Do I have to be able to see it? Does it have
Verbal
to be able to
command.
hear? Okay.
Hmm.
And if I can't hear it running, it's probably not in range where it can hear me.
Correct.
Okay. All right. All right. I look at the rest of my companions and I go, I guess this way.
Because what was the verbal command you gave him? Like, did you tell us what it was, and can you tell us again?
Yeah, I just said the people who desecrated these gods went down there, and
Oh,
it just went. And then as a player, as I finished that, I was thinking, well, if they drag the kids down there, hopefully they run into the bad guys before it runs into the kids.
yeah, right. Just
Um,
minor details.
As we continue to like delve down here, is there like certain iconography or anything of a specific religion? Because we know up top that a lot of that was removed. Is there anything that's like really specific to a certain following?
No.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, after a walk of nearly half a mile, the doorway ends in a door. The door is heavy wood, reinforced by bands of bronze. There is no door handle. In the center of the door, at eye level, is a brass plaque that reads, thusly.
Oh boy.
Right by birth, born of highest worth, bleached white by the sun after flesh is done, needles cross like swords, rewards, a tray, a clash, your foe you bash. Interesting. Do we see any sign of the earth elemental?
You do not.
There's not an earth elemental shaped hole in the door.
No, there is not.
Okay, all right. Well, it looks like these are riddles.
Yeah.
Do all of our characters have the ability to read? And if not, we'll just say that we read it out loud to those who can't read.
Yeah,
I
good
don't
point. I
think
have
you-
a 0 in reading and writing.
I read it to you. I read it to you.
Okay.
The scribe can read and write.
Do you do an interpretive dance with it while you're reading?
No, I don't.
What's your dance score?
It's
There is a
pretty
dance.
bad. It's really bad. My
Um,
boat is better.
All right. I don't want to metagame here, but as a player, it looks like these are riddles.
Yes.
Would my character be able to figure that out, or do I have to roll something for him to figure that out?
You can figure that out.
Okay.
No
Okay.
roll required.
Okay, so the first one is the name of the Lord, right?
Right by birth, born of highest earth. That would sound low.
Dealful, right?
Dealful. And bleached white by the sun after flesh is done. That sounds like bones.
Yep.
So Dealful.
The knitting
bones.
needles.
Needles crossed like swords. Sweaters are the rewards. Well, is it knitting needles or just knitting?
Oh, okay.
fray, a clash,
Knitting,
your foe you
probably.
bash, battle or combat, something like that.
Fray a clash, your foe you bash. So like, yeah, battle, hammer, sword, duel.
Is it from the door? I know this is written on it. Does it look like it wants us to place something, or is there no physical area, like there's no little ledge or anything? So it's more
No,
of a
there's no little ledge. There's nothing to place, or there's
okay.
nothing on the door.
So we already talked about knitting needles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's could be the third line.
Bones.
Dealful.
So we're looking for. So let's think about this. Are we looking for 4 words, or are we looking for 1 word that describes?
That's kind of where I'm going back and forth. I'm like, is it 1 word, 1 thing, or
Right.
is each line its own individual puzzle
Yeah, that's kind of
that
where I'm.
put together?
Oh, you said that there were figures of people in this hallway, statues of people in this hallway. Some of
Mhm.
them were dressed in armor. Some of the statues were depicted as being dressed in armor, right? Do any of
Correct.
those statues have like a coat of arms?
Good question. No.
Are
Okay.
any of them wearing sweaters?
No.
Do
Are
any of
any
them
of
have
them?
knitting needles?
I'm thinking, what if not knitting? What if it's chainmail, like chainmail on a skeleton?
There you go.
Okay, so
Chainmail
what
on
if
a
it's the
skeleton.
armor? So what if it's the armor and the sword of one of these? Were they holding stuff?
The
Did the statues
statues that are
have?
depicted with armor, is it actually like actual armor on the statue, or is it carved armor as part of the statue?
Carved armor is part of the
Okay.
statue.
All right.
I thought we might get the cosplay.
No, yeah.
And again, the door is like a wooden door with the reinforcing bands, and then this plaque in the center.
Yes.
And there doesn't appear to be any place where you need to insert a key or an object, either on the
No.
door or on the door frame.
Do the statues seem like they're in front of crypts or anything? Is there anything like they're adorning?
No.
Okay.
Check your inventories. Does anyone have knitting needles?
No.
I have thieves' tools.
Oh. You know, what's interesting, like in my mind, the first 3 lines are definitely about knitting needles, and specifically like knitting needles made out of bone, because like that was, I think, like a common substance, and the second line is kind of, in my mind, refers to bone, right? Bleach
Yeah.
white by the sun, the flesh is done. So like the first 3 really seem to be describing like bone knitting needles, but then like the 4th line is like, what? A fray, a
Yeah.
clash, your foe you bash? Like that's where it falls apart for me.
It's got to be Lord. Right by birth, born of highest worth is like the station, right? That's like a lord.
Yeah.
So Lord Bone. knit,
Knit or weave. Um,
all right. Lord Bone, Dealful Bone, Dealful Bones. Sorry, I'm very chaotic brainstormer and working through things.
yeah.
So if I'm talking too much, just tell me to shut up.
No. It's
Well, and the right by birth thing, I was taking as like sometimes when something is like straight, then it's right. You know what I mean? So it's like they're created to be when they were knitting needles are created. That's what I was reading into right by birth.
I was reading it more as the birthright of a king.
Right.
That's
King,
Oh
kind of
yeah.
Prince,
that's
Prince
what I
of
was reading it. Yeah.
King Bones, Prince Bones, Lord Bones.
So,
Oh yeah. So maybe they're like knitting needles from the bones of a king, maybe, or
or
I think it
yeah.
has to be like a I don't know what the term is. I can't think of the English term for these, but like it's a like it makes sense when you say it. What are those called? Um, it's like a phrase that you say, like you say all the words, and you say it's four different words. When you say them all together, it sounds like a different word. You know what I'm talking about? Like I forget what they're called, but like if you say different words. Oh, what are those called? It's called a mind.
Wait,
It's a game, and I'm bad at it, but
what if? Is there any like? Do the statues or anything have any pearls or any gems or anything like that?
No.
a
Okay.
Freya clash, your foe, your bash. So a Freya clash, your foe, you bash. So this is a battle.
battle or
I-
combat.
I keep coming back to the idea of tic-tac-toe. Like, what if you just put like an X on the door? You know,
King
because needles
Bone.
cross like swords. I don't know. That's why I was like knitting, purling. It's white. It's something that's rich, but then the last one doesn't fit.
DM.
I see where you're going.
But then I
I'm
was like, oh, go ahead.
thinking about two skills I might use, but I'm not sure if I'm on the right track with them. I have cult lore. Would there be, as looking at this, is there anything that might have some kind of religious significance from the symbolism that's mentioned in these lines?
No.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so is there
But
are there any clues in the previous chambers that we passed?
no.
Okay,
But
so
being
this
the
is
nice guy that I am, Ferg is so close it's painful.
oh my gosh.
Oh, it's what I think what he means by that is that if we say the specific words in the right order, that's
Mm-hmm.
what will open the door. So I think that's what you're on to, Ferg. Um,
Joful's bones knit something.
All right, so we say Joful. We say bones. We say knit. We say battle. Does anything happen to the lock?
A bitterly cold wind blows seemingly through, under, and around the door. The strong and unexpected gust knocks you back a step or two, chills you to your bones, then continues down the hallway, stirring up a trail of dust as it passes.
The door is still closed.
Door is still closed.
I think we're
Well, it
So
did
close.
something.
got the right mechanic. We just need the right words, I think.
So, all right. So it wasn't. What do we think? What word was wrong?
So what did we? I'm so sorry. What 4 words did we say?
I said Dioful,
Yep.
Which is the name of the Lord.
Yep.
bones,
Bone,
Bone
knitting.
or bones?
Um,
knit. Did you
I
say
would
knit?
say knit or knitting.
Okay. And then I believe your last word was
It was
battle.
battle.
Okay. So I would be willing to try
I think we
different
should.
variations on knit and different variations on battle.
I would also.
Like,
I also think maybe. Well, we are in Joful, but we could say Lord, King, or Prince. Also,
that's true.
that might help us. But let's do that. So okay. I look around and I say, okay. This time, perhaps we say King Bones with his S, knit and battle.
Nothing happens.
How about Lord Bones knit battle?
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I think Dioful is key.
Yeah.
Dioful Bones knitting combat.
Nothing.
Dioful Bones knit combat.
Nothing.
Dioful Bones knit battle.
Nothing.
Oh, that was the original combo.
Was it knit?
Yeah, I wrote down Dioful, bone, knit, and battle was what
It was
triggered the
knitting.
win. Oh,
Okay. Change it to weave instead of knit and try it that way.
So one word was wrong in the first one.
In the first one.
And I think if we use the same combination again, it's not going to do anything. I don't think it's going to keep repeating that.
Right, so we just have to go from that first one. So Dioful Bones Weave Battle.
Anything happen?
No.
Dioful. Go ahead, Aaron.
is there something with the word bash? Like, do we need to say
Knock.
3 words and
Knock or hit it or push it.
yeah, Dungeon Master again, this is just a long hallway with this door. There's nothing
Ooh,
else
war is a
around
good one.
us.
Correct.
War is a good one.
War is a good one.
Dioful Bones Knitting War.
Nothing.
Shoot.
But Kat, you had a really good idea.
Cool. Let's say the first 3 and then push.
Yeah.
Dioful Bone Knitting Push.
Push.
The door creaks and gives a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think you have to say it and run at the door.
So we
Yeah.
all
Like,
I've got my
the
shield.
comedy line. We push through and fall over each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for it.
I'll get in the front. I think I'm the bruiser here, right?
Yeah.
So
We're following you.
shield in hand, axe at the ready. We say the 3 words, and then rah, comedy
Oh wait,
line into the door.
before
Yeah.
we go
Before we
through
do
that, Aaron,
Yes.
does your character have any spells that you think you might use during combat, or would you just
Oh.
be a weapon fighter in combat?
I am pretty much a weapon fighter in combat, but I do have some spells that would increase my effectiveness in those ways.
Well, I have a spell that I'm just gonna presume that our earth elemental is gone. But I have a spell. It's another rune magic spell called Berserker. Now,
Ooh.
what it would do, I can cast it on somebody else. It's going to prevent you from being able to cast spells, but it greatly increases your strength and endurance, and you have a 95% chance to succeed on any combat rolls.
Holy crap-oli.
So it could basically turn you into just a Ginzu. Now, as soon as you come out of that effect, you'll fall unconscious. But
Details. That's after a long day at work, really. You just come home and fall over, right? So
I mean, if everybody thinks it's worth it, we could try that.
Let's all just do the comedic push, and then we shall see if it is a necessity of following.
Okay, all right.
Everyone roll strength ×3. And since you're doing it as a group, give yourselves a 20% bonus.
All right. So I need a 60.
I rolled a 2.
Okay. So we didn't do anything else?
The door flies open as Aaron pushes through it with his 2 in strength that he rolled.
Perfect.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I missed it by 7.
You pass through the door and you enter into a plain room. It is approximately 30 feet square. The remains of 6 wooden chairs lie in heaps along the wall.
Thank God. I thought you were going to say the remains of children. I was
know.
This is too dark.
Chairs. Remains of chairs.
Thank God. Okay. I'm back on board.
From out of the darkness at the edge of your light step 5 skeletons dressed in tattered clothing that appear to once have been of a noble or royal person. Each one carries a short sword. Behind them is a skeleton bearing a crown and dressed in tattered purple robes. It carries a broadsword.
Cool.
So what was that, Ken? Berserker, you said?
Yeah. Do we want to go for it?
Yeah.
He goes unconscious.
It's not your character. It would be Aaron's character. So
Question.
He goes unconscious. That seems.
Just pour a shot of whiskey in my mouth. I'll wake up. So, are the skeleton, like, just for clarity, because we're dealing with like missing children, are the skeletons like adult-sized skeletons?
They are adult-sized skeletons.
So these are the king and his former guard, or the former king and his former guard. They still protect him to this day. Yeah. The loyalty is admirable. Yet
are we thinking King Dioful or Count Dioful is the one in the back, or did I miss something?
I don't know.
It seems to be old King Dioful.
Yeah.
Mike, page 16 in the red book. Did I interpret basically what Berserker does right, or was there anything important that Aaron ought to know that as a new player I didn't quite get right?
No, you got it right.
Okay. Your all of your attack skills increase by half again. Your constitution increases by half again. You gain counter magic 2. You're preserved from incapacitation, shock, unconsciousness, or exhaustion while the spell is in effect. All of your con rolls made have a 95% chance of success, but you cannot cast magic, parry, or dodge. Oh, parry or dodge, that's important.
Also,
and you're completely incapacitated when the spell expires.
So how long, because I know the Earth Elemental was a ritual, how long does it take to cast that?
It just says range, temporal, non-stackable. It doesn't say immediate. It doesn't say ritual.
you could cast this on your first combat. You would be your Dex strike rank +1 because it's a 2-point spell.
Okay.
Which reminds.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say above table, we don't see any kids yet. So they're even if he goes down, then we're then carrying him around unconscious to whatever the next event is.
Well,
Yeah,
while
so
y'all
I
are
don't know
figuring-
if we want to do this now or whether out of game. I'm kind of presuming by time that we're just this is kind of the last thing that we'll be doing, since we're well over 2 hours already.
I say it's up to Aaron. Aaron, you want to rage out of control?
Let's do it.
Okay,
I'm game.
give me strike ranks.
Ooh.
Okay, so 4 for me because it's Dex strike rank 2 and a 2-point spell, or is that a 3 instead of a 2?
It's a 1 point. You get 1 strike rank for the spell.
So strike rank of 3.
Okay. Aaron, are you going to resist this spell?
Hell no. I'm going to accept it with open arms and say roar as he casts it.
Atta boy. Giving you the gift of the avenging daughter.
What? I didn't see that in the spell text.
No. That's that. Babeaster Gore, the avenging daughter. That's the deity that my magic comes from.
All right. Well, here we go. It's avenging.
So Aaron,
daughter.
what's your strike rank?
I'm trying to remember the mechanics. So it's size, strike rank.
Plus your chosen weapon strike rank.
Yes, that's it. So battle axe is 3, and I have a size strike rank of 2. So 5.
Okay.
Math.
Kat, are you going into combat against the skeletons
Yeah, I guess.
with your dagger?
With my sweet little, I was gonna see if there's any. I can't really find quickly because for some reason the internet's being very slow. What does coordination refer to?
Is that under your spells, or is that a?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. It is specifically in my spirit magic. Coordination is 2 points.
Okay, I've got the red book open. Let me see if I can.
Thank you. I'm like. Oh, go ahead.
This spell increases the target's dexterity by +3. This decreases the target's strike rank by 1, increases all agility, manipulation, including weapon, and stealth skills by 5%.
Okay. Then I guess for my, because you give your intent, right?
Right.
For what you're gonna do. I would like to give my intent.
Well, let's get your
go ahead.
strike rank first.
Okay. Remind me of the math I'm adding here.
So
Dex +1.
Oh,
Because
okay,
it's
13.
Are you casting a spell?
Yes.
Okay. Are you casting the coordination spell?
Yeah, so 2 points.
2 points. So your Dex strike rank +1.
So 14.
That doesn't sound right.
Not
your
the
dexterity.
Dex SR underneath the list of attributes at the top of the first page. It's right underneath charisma.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So that's 3 plus.
1.
Yeah, so 6. Okay.
And Ferg, are you fighting? You're on mute.
You're muted.
Yes, I am fighting.
Okay, what's your strike rank?
So, what does disruption do?
Ooh.
I wasn't able to find it in the book.
But I'm giving you this cool thing.
Are you doing it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do my fancy dagger or my fancy rapier.
Disruption. This spell damages the target's body. If the caster overcomes the target's power, the target takes 1d3 damage on a random hit location. Physical and magical armor do not protect against this damage.
Okay, that seems pretty good.
Nice.
That is pretty sick.
All right, so I'm sorry. My brain was spaced out while I was trying to find this. How do we add this? How do we add the numbers again?
So if you're going to cast Disruption, that is a 1-point spell, so there's no strike rank, so you would attack at your dexterity strike rank.
Which is a 0. So
if you say so, I believe you.
It is. So it's a 0, and that's a 1.
It's 0 and a 0. So your strike rank is 0.
So that means
you would be first, basically.
Okay. And then if I did my rapier, I would do strength.
You would do your size, strike rank.
Oh, size
plus the weapon strike rank.
So size plus weapon.
Yes.
I mean, you can go for the spell because if you really have that Dex SR, then you're probably going to end up being first.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the spell and then I'll pull my weapon out afterwards.
Cool.
Yes, so I'd like to cast the spell. I would like to use a magic point to cast Disruption first.
Okay. And on whom are you casting Disruption? You've got
I want to do it on the king.
On the king.
Yes.
And on which particular body part?
I would enjoy to knock the pretty crown off of his head and take it for myself.
Well played.
Mike, you said as long as the numbers all add up to less than 12, we can possibly do more than one thing in a round. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Does that include, like, if I cast something with rune magic, could I then come back later and cast something in the same round with spirit magic?
As long as the strike ranks don't exceed 12. And it would also depend on the rune magic spell. If any of them is a ritual, but if it's an immediate spell, then you're fine.
Well, Berserker for me is going to go off on 3. Then I was thinking if I add another 2 for my Dex strike rank, that takes me up to 5. I could also do Disruption. And then that would be on turn 5. And theoretically, I could turn around and do it on 7 and 9 and 11 as well, if it lets me do that.
No, I'm going to limit you to the 2.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Nope, go ahead.
I'll Berserker Aaron on 3, and then I will Disrupt the King on 5.
Okay. So Ferg goes first. Your intention, Ferg.
My intentions are to weaken the crown on your head. Looks far too heavy for you to bear anymore. So I want to weaken and disrupt his head. And yeah, that's the end of my turn. So do I have to do it? So my intention is to cast Disruption. Do I have to do more than that, or is that it?
Nope, not yet. Okay. Ken, you are going to cast Berserker on Aaron.
Yes.
The king is going after Aaron. He's drawing his weapon and going after Aaron. Kat, what's your intention?
My intention is to cast the coordination on Ferg's character.
Okay. And then the skeletons are spreading out among you. They're all taking attacks. And I guess Aaron's in a bio break.
Okay, so for the dex bonus to my character,
He's back. He's back.
okay, we can determine that later.
Sorry.
Okay.
What's your combat intention?
So you said there's 5, and then the king is lined up behind?
Yes. Well, it's really a line. It's kind of a mass. They're coming at you. The king's in the middle, 3 on one side, 2 on another.
I'm going to attack the king. I'm going to go at him with my one-handed battle axe and see if I can beat Igor to the crown.
It's so
So
devious.
okay.
I love it.
As Omar said, if you come at the king, you best not miss.
It's true.
Okay, Ferg, let's see. You are disrupting the king. Let's see. What's your power?
My power is 12.
Your power is 12. His power is 10. You've got to roll a 60 or better to disrupt him, and then you can do damage. Or 60 or less than
60 or under. Okay. I was like, oh shoot. Oh yay! Finally, 34.
Okay,
Woo-hoo.
then roll your disruption damage.
It was 1d3. You said
1d3 to, and you're going after the head.
so. I roll. How would I roll that? Do I just roll?
Roll a
one?
d6,
Roll a
divide in
D6.
half, roll up.
There we go. Okay, I knew I was forgetting that. Oh, that's a 6.
So you did 3 points
Wait,
of
3
damage
points
to
of
the
damage.
head.
Yes.
Okay, Ken, you're going to cast Berserk on Aaron.
Yes.
And Aaron's not in his chair, so I'm not going to allow him to resist.
Well, he already said he wasn't going to resist.
I know. But Aaron needs to come back so I know what to do with him. It's the
Okay.
king's turn.
The king.
Okay.
Heavy as the crown. You could just drop it and we could be on our way.
You can share.
Aaron,
Sorry,
you're
I'm-
being
I'm getting used to the flow of combat and where you can actually duck out, and clearly I have not mastered that yet. So sorry about that.
the king
Yes,
is coming
and it's-
after.
As I previously stated, I do not resist the Berserker spell, and the king is coming at me.
And the king is coming at you. So what do you choose to do with the king? He
You
is
have a
swinging
shield.
with-
You could try to maybe. No, you can't block because you've got the berserker on.
Yeah, I thought that with Berserker I couldn't do the parry or dodge.
No, you're just eating it.
So
You're
thing.
loving it.
Do I have a choice?
you do not have a choice. You better hope that I just rolled an 80.
It's an 87.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
is it really an 80?
100.
Nice.
100.
It's
That-
really an 80.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
I was gonna say.
Okay,
Grit
Cat,
fail.
your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I need.
No,
to...
cat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So I'm gonna cast the coordination on Ferg's character.
Okay. Ferg, are you
Cool.
going to resist? Okay.
Negative.
Then Berserker Aaron,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
This is. Am I making a different choice than what I originally said my intention was, or
Nope.
No. I guess
So-
you're attacking. You're attacking the king.
Yeah,
right?
I'm attacking the king and beating Igor to the crown, right?
Then attack the king.
And so it's I have to beat a 65%, right?
Right.
With my battle axe. Okay, cool. Does a 10 work?
A 10 out of 65, that's actually a special attack, which is better than normal.
Nice.
And you get to roll your roll the body part first, or
Oh, right. Body part first. 14, which is
14 is
right arm.
14 is the right arm.
Okay. And I've got 1d8 plus 2, correct, for battle axe. Yeah. 2 plus 2 is 4. Not a stellar damage roll.
Not a stellar damage roll at all. Okay, and then let's see. Ferg, roll your parry. You've been attacked.
All right. Okay, let me find my parry. I pull out my dagger and attempt to deflect this blow. And I fail.
Okay, failed parry.
Just a regular fail.
Just a regular failed parry, normal attack. Let's see. Skeleton 1 hits you in the left leg. And does 1 point of damage.
Oh, that's nice.
And if you've got armor, your armor would have absorbed that.
Not
that's
on my
cool.
legs. But
Okay.
still, I'll take the 1. 'Tis but a scratch.
Just a flesh wound.
I was going to say, just a flesh wound.
I don't know if that's copyrighted. No, I'm kidding.
It's only copyrighted if you say, but it was just a flesh wound.
You have to have the inflection.
Okay, let's see. Second skeleton. Ooh. Ferg, you get a parry, but it's at 20% penalty.
So I have to get under 5.
What's your...
My dagger's a 25.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've got to get under a 5.
Okay. How about the? Let me look. Oh no, I can't do that.
You can also dodge.
Yes. Then I will attempt to dodge.
And because you have the coordination, doesn't that increase the dex?
That increases the dex,
Which does. My dodge is good.
So this improves your strike rank by 1, and agility and manipulation.
Oh, maybe it's agility that I was thinking. I didn't know if you're going to dodge, if that helps that.
It does. It's
That
an
does
agility
help
skill.
dodge.
Okay.
So if I made that an 11, how would that affect my dodge?
You get a 5% bonus on dodge.
Okay, so that goes to a 70. 5%. That goes to a 73 with a minus 20. So I have to roll on a 53 or lower.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing Runequest is good at is math.
I fail. Just a regular fail, but I fail.
Okay. So failed attack versus failed parry, nothing happens.
All right.
So that's skeleton 2. Skeleton 3 is attacking Ferg.
Oh my gosh. They must not want me to get the crown.
Sorry, the D4 is just not your friend tonight.
Can I roll? Can I dodge again, or is it only one time per?
Yeah, but it's still at another minus 20.
Okay, I'll just keep dodging then.
Okay.
Then I fail again. Just a regular fail. 71.
Okay. And your right leg takes 1 point of damage.
Just another scratch. Ha!
So the D4 hates you, but the D6 loves you.
Right?
You have waited this long to protect your king, and you fail so miserably.
Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Parry, dodge, or nothing?
I think I'm gonna dodge. So let's give this a try. Oh no. No, I don't. I did a bad.
Uh-oh.
It's not a so my dodge is 29 and I got a 94. So that's like super bad.
Oh, wow.
96 would be super bad.
Oh.
Okay. Well, 94 is fine then.
Tis but a bigger scratch.
Well, yeah, it's a bigger scratch. You get 6 points of damage to your right leg.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, what happens if do I lose my leg if that's all I have?
Did you have any armor?
No.
Well, it's not gone. It's still there, but it's pretty useless.
Oh,
It's just
no.
like a peg leg. All right, bye right leg. It's been nice knowing you.
Wow.
So Cat's on the ground in a heap.
Oh, boy.
And then, Ken, you were going to do a disruption. You were doing a second attack.
You're muted.
You're on mute.
Very brilliant with the lip sync.
I
Is
got
this
all that.
where the whole power thing comes in? The comparison of my power to
Yeah.
their power. Okay. I have a power of 18.
Ooh.
Dang, dude. Should
Yeah,
have
it's
cast
a
Berserker on you.
It's a caster character.
Okay, you've got to roll a 90 or less.
Ooh.
Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Come on.
It seems to be pretty.
74. So that's
So you roll your D3 damage.
okay. A 5, which I guess is that 3?
Yes.
A 5 on the die, which would be 3. Okay. So 3 damage.
And Ken casts his disruption spell on the Skeleton King. And the Skeleton King's skull shatters.
Yeah!
I run to catch the crown.
Roll, let's see.
I can do a move or a. No, that's a move quietly. How about a jump?
Let's do a jump.
I will try and leap off of the backs of one of the guards and grab this as it crumples. All right. Oh, I forgot to add. So I get 5% to that too.
Yes.
Nice. So that is a 72 now. All right. Don't mess it up. Come on. No, I've been rolling so high on my dice. That's an 89.
Okay.
Oh.
Those dice need to go in dice jail.
I know. I need new D10s.
So Ferg takes a leaping dive across the floor to catch the crown, and it clatters to the ground, well out of reach.
I feel
And
like
that was Ferg's turn. Ken, what's your intention for this round?
Well, first of all, do the rest of the skeletons fall apart because the leader is down? Darn
No.
it. Okay. Then in that case, I am going to just continue disrupting because I have a lot better chance of hitting with that than I do with my mace.
Okay. Cat, you're on the ground. You've got a useless leg. What's your plan this turn?
My plan is to try to heal myself because I got magic.
Oh, DM, I didn't specify my target of who I'm going to try to disrupt is the one that clocked Cat in the leg. I'm going to try to take that one out.
Okay.
So whichever skeleton that was is my target.
That was number 5.
Okay.
And then the skeletons are going to continue their random attacks on you guys. And Aaron, you're a berserker. What would you like to do?
I feel like in this berserker mode, I know the spell text doesn't say it, but since the king has crumbled, I probably am just gonna like swing out at whatever skeleton is next to me. And so in Theater of the Mind, I don't know how to determine that, but I feel like that would be my intention, right? Like I'm just swinging at anything that has exposed bones.
Okay. Then we're going to do a random roll.
Perfect.
To determine which skeleton you attack, because you're just kind of off and about.
Yeah, I think that's in keeping with the spirit of the spell, yeah.
Okay, so Ferg did his dive. Ken, you're going to disrupt the skeleton that attacked Cat. So roll your... You've got the 18 power, so roll your 90 or bet or less.
Okay. 46.
That is less than 90. And roll your D3.
Another 5, so that's 3 points.
And guess what?
Nice.
Yeah.
And then, Kat, you were going to cast healing on yourself?
Yes, and so that's variable with the amount of magic points I can use, correct?
Let me pull up heal again.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
That's the way I read it.
So this spell repairs damage done to hit points. The caster must touch the part of the body being healed. Each point of heal immediately repairs 1 hit point to that location. If the location is not fully restored, the heal can be used again in subsequent rounds. I can't raise anyone from the dead. However, 2 heal points stops bleeding of a wound or a severed limb, and 6 points of heal restores a severed limb to the body if all parts are available. Thanks for that context.
Wow, that's some flavor text right there.
So your limb is not severed. It's just bashed.
It's just bashed.
How many points did you have on that leg?
6.
Yeah, he ate it up in one go.
1 hit and the whole leg was gone.
Oh, okay.
Which is why combat is very deadly in Runequest. This
seriously
is not unusual circumstance to happen.
Yeah, so I have the points. Can I put 6 in?
You can put 6 in, but remember you've got to add 5 to your strike rank.
I know. I'm still under 12. Or is this now... Do I have to add that to the previous action I did?
You would have to add that to the previous action. So
okay, then I'm only going to use 3.
So you're going to use 3, which will put you...
that puts me at the 12 between last round and this round.
Okay.
Or is it a new round and so it's a new count of 12?
It's a new round.
Okay, so you have a full count of 12.
Yeah, then I'll use the 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your
I apologize.
Strike rank, your dex strike rank is 3 or 4?
3.
3. and you're using 6, which was 5, so you're going to go temporarily to 8.
Correct.
Okay. And then Aaron, your strike rank is 5, so you're next, and you said you're going to go berserk on skeletons,
Yes, sir.
and the skeletons are battling back. Except for number 5, which is on the ground in a heap with a shattered skull, thanks to Cat.
And I have a quick question. So when it says the berserker increases each of their attack skills by half again, like if my battle axe percent is 65, does that mean that I get to add half of 65 to that? Which obviously the math does not work, but like, what does that text mean?
Yeah, you would have a 97.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Like it wouldn't have changed anything that just happened. I just want to make sure I'm doing
Yeah.
things right.
Yeah. So yes, you would get a 97 attack roll.
So do you want me to roll the random skeleton that I'm attacking, or do you want to do that?
I'll do that. I mean, you can do it. You're welcome to do it. So, so Cat's moved. So Ken, you did your disruption on skeleton. No, this is a new turn. This is a new disruption.
Yeah. Yes. This will be a new disruption.
Okay, roll a d4.
Roll a d4. Okay.
Did
2.
we just state? Did we just finish a round of stating intentions, or where are
Yes.
we? Okay.
2 on the d4.
Okay, so you're attacking skeleton 2. Roll your 90 or better.
13.
13, and roll your d3.
That time it's a 3, so that would be 2.
That would
2
be
points
2.
of damage. Okay.
Okay, and so Aaron,
Yes.
roll a d4.
Perfect. Very slippery. 1.
Okay, you're attacking skeleton 1. Roll your attack.
All right. 25.
That sounds like it would probably be a hit.
Cool. And then is it D20 now for the limb?
Right, but hang on, I have to check something. So you had a
Standing
normal attack. No. Hang on just a second.
25 out of 97. So I don't know.
Yep. Nope. It's a regular. It would have to be a 19 to be a special attack. So you got a regular attack and a fumbled parry. Rolls normal damage. Okay. So, yeah, roll body part.
All right. That is a 3.
So that would be right leg.
Put your right
And then
leg in. You put your right leg out. All right. And 1d8 plus 2 for battle axe. A little better damage roll. That's a 5 plus 2, so 7 total.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Skeleton's limping but not down.
I cast limp at you.
I cast limp at you.
You shall limp.
So, Cat, you're an easy target. Would you like to dodge or parry?
You're muted, Cat. No. Yeah, we don't hear you.
I guess that's the result of the damage roll.
Well, don't tell her, but the skeleton rolled a 75, so she's fine.
Okay.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
We'll let her sweat it out.
That means she can rejoin the live stream.
Okay. Quick question. So this is a new round. The new rounds
Yes.
go to 12, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Woohoo.
Well, I told the guys while you were off that it didn't matter because the skeleton rolled a 75.
Missed. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That's always nice to know.
Well, and if we were playing a campaign, then it would matter because you could put a check mark at dodge, and that's a skill that you could have improved.
Okay.
Aaron,
Yes.
you're not dodging or parrying, are you?
I have none of those abilities available to me at this time, according to the
Sorry.
spell text. Hit me, baby. Hit me. Come at me.
Come on.
I got armor.
Yeah. You're going to be real happy with this. Ooh. The D6 loves you. You only took 1 point of damage to your head.
Ooh.
Oh.
So my head is AP 5 and HP 6. So does that mean my armor absorbs?
Yep.
Your armor absorbs. Yes.
Yeah. Can I just say, like, the expletive at the skeleton and then maybe retaliate on my next turn just because it pissed me off?
You're like that Bond villain. Who's the Bond villain with the metal head?
Yeah, can I note in Theater of the Mind that that's the one I want to attack next on my next turn?
You're a berserker, so it goes random.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're not there. Hold on.
You've been absorbed of the blackness of the castle.
You gotta give me a sec. I'll fix it. Yeah, y'all can skill. I'll fix it.
Hey, who's up next, Mike?
Let's see. Ken, dodge or parry?
I will. I'm better at parry, so I will parry.
Okay. Parry away.
Better, but not great at it. Oh, but 24. That'll work. I needed a 55, so. A successful parry.
Okay. Roll your weapons damage.
Roll my weapons damage. Okay.
So roll damage as if you hit.
Okay, I was parrying with my shield.
Okay,
Good.
your shield has damage.
Okay, so and it's on this shield. It's just a 1, so I don't even need to roll.
No, it's 1D. It's probably not what.
Oh,
what
1d3,
size shield?
1d3. Okay, I see.
All right, you
4.
should be good.
So it's
Kat.
probably 2.
Okay, so you damaged the attacking skeleton's sword by successfully parrying. He missed his attack.
Ah, okay, nice.
That's what's going on.
Okay.
And then Kat, it's your turn to heal.
I would love to heal my leggy.
Would you like to resist?
No, I would not like to resist. Thank you so much for asking.
That's my favorite question so far in Rune.
Oh no, yeah.
Always
That's
have
a good
to
joke.
always have to give you the option.
I
Okay.
know this sounds very silly and very off topic, but have you ever played Mario Party and it's like, do you want to buy a star? That's the point of the game. No, I don't want to win.
Well, I'm sorry.
But thanks. Yeah, I'd love to heal. I appreciate your service.
Okay. Cat is back on 2 healthy legs. Ferg, what's your intention next round?
Okay. I think I'm tired of these skeletons doing stuff, so I'm gonna attack them.
Okay.
And I'll get the crown later. So I say I say that basically, and Igor says, I grow weary of your ferocity, and you could just stop this right now. So I will I will do this and attack twice with my rapier as I flourish it out and slice and dice.
Okay.
So
Ken,
I want to attack them. So I have a 4, so I want to attack him twice in this round, or 3 times. I can attack them 3 times in this round.
Okay. Ken, what's up with you?
I'm going to disrupt twice, so the first one should land on 2, the second one should land on 4.
And Kat, now that you're back on 2 feet,
I would like to. Are there any skeletons who haven't been hit yet? I'm trying to like theater of the mind this.
number 3 and number 4.
Yeah,
Number
I'm gonna
one-
try.
Number
I'm gonna
1's
try
been
to-
hit in the right leg. Number 2 has been hit in the head. Number 3 and 4 are unhit, and number 5 had his head shattered.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a little stabby on number 1.
Okay.
Do I have to claim a body part ahead of time?
No, that's randomly rolled.
Okay, perfect.
If you want to claim a body part, there's a penalty to hitting.
No, I just want to hit it. But thanks.
Okay. And Aaron, I'm guessing that you're going to randomly attack a skeleton.
Yes, sir. In the spirit of my berserker possession.
Okay. Ferg, what would you like to do? 1 or 4? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I'll try and dismantle one of them. So I'll just take all my attacks at 3.
All your attacks at 3. Okay. Roll your first attack.
All right. That hits. That's a 51.
And it's successfully parried.
Dang it.
Okay. Ken?
I'll save it for next time.
All right, and I guess you'll determine who I attack because I didn't say. 54, so I think that's a hit with my disruption.
Yes, it is.
And then 2, so only 1 point of damage.
Well, that's enough.
Mm.
Skeleton 2.
Ba-bam!
Kablamo.
At this point, I don't want to feel inferior for the fact that I'm the one that is like the berserker, and yet I'm the only one I think that has not actually killed a skeleton.
I have not hit any. I have not
Okay,
hit any.
so I'll just curl up with you, Cat, in my berserker mode, and just shake violently until I become incapacitated.
Well, Kat, this is your chance to rectify that.
All right, here we go.
Okay. So I have to roll. Okay, got it. I did a bad job.
Okay. Well, your bad job got parried anyway.
Okay.
So let's see. Ferg go, and then Aaron. So your second attack, Ferg.
29.
Dang, dude.
Okay.
Nice.
And roll body part.
A nat 20.
Nat 20.
So the
Right
head.
in the head. Roll your
Headshot.
damage.
Boom.
And
Right in
that
the
is
face.
that is a 5 plus 1 is a 6.
Nice.
Okay. Not this, but you did get him.
He's done?
Great.
He's not gone.
Oh shoot.
Oh no.
I stabbed in between his like into his eye socket. And then like my rapier I try to wriggle it out and pull it back out. There's cobwebs all inside of this.
Okay, Aaron, roll a d3.
Okay, this might be a dumb question, but
Roll
D3.
D6. D6
D6.
and divide the
Oh,
result
yeah.
by 2.
okay, thank you. Sorry. I feel
No,
like
I just
should
did
have
the
known
same thing.
that. I rolled a 2, so that's a 1.
Okay, roll your attack.
Okay. Why did Ferg just like suck in his breath all of a sudden?
Skeleton 1, I think.
Okay. All right. So. I
Oh,
forgot
that was the
math.
hit. I thought that was a 1 on your percentile. Oh.
Oh no! That was just like what skeleton I'm attacking, I think. So I have the obnoxiously high percentage chance to hit.
97, yeah.
Ooh, and it's good that it's that high because I rolled an 85.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Well, I got bad news for you. He parried.
Barry.
No.
So is this the part where the berserker goes fetal next to Cat for his pure level of
You know what?
ineffectualness in the
I
combat?
went for the stab and missed it. I'll just hug you close.
All like at this point, I just like throw my battle axe to Ferg, and I'm like, just do with it, because I'm kidding.
Just drop the battle axe and the shield. Go for the two-handed sword.
Yeah.
Oh! I never even actually. I didn't even think about that because the two-handed is a 55% to hit instead of a 65. And
Right,
so-
yeah.
But you're right. Like if I can't parry, why am I even?
And you get 50% more, so half of
Right.
55 is 27.
Right.
So
right.
that means 70, 82.
So above the table, like on my next turn, do I have to spend my turn to sheath battle axe, drop sword, and pull two-hand? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, you would need to take a turn to do the weapon exchange.
Well, considering my sheer ineffectiveness so far on my turns, that could be just as effective as actually swinging at anything. So I'll ponder that for my next intention declaration.
Okay, and then Ferg, you get next one, and then Ken, you get your next disruption.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, wonderful. 31.
Okay. 42 on parry, so you got parried.
Dang it.
And Ken disrupt.
Okay, need a 90 or lower. 37.
Okay.
Did you say a 90 or lower?
Yeah.
Yeah, his spell casting is outrageous.
Insane.
It's a 3 on the die, so that's 2 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, we're back around to the start of the next round. Ferg, you're first. Intention.
Same thing. I'm slicing dicing with my rapier.
Okay. Then Ken.
Same thing. 2 disruptions. Which ones are left?
1, 3, and 4.
Any of them undamaged?
No.
Okay. Then I will focus fire on number 4.
Okay. Again. Okay. And Cat.
Does anybody need a heal? I feel like me attacking is silly because it's not doing anything. Nope. You good?
No.
All right. Well, I guess I'll try to randomly dagger.
Okay, and
There's no
skeleton-
boats, right?
Huh?
No boats. Okay.
No, no boats.
No boats.
No, you're underground. Although I could do an underground river, and we could do the whole Willy Wonka boat thing.
I mean, my rune.
Oh my
I
god.
will say most of my rune stuff is all water based, and I am in a little cavern. There's no water here.
We could do the escape from Mirkwood.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And Aaron, you're swapping weapons, right?
I guess so. Like, the only thing I was checking on the spell text is, like, I don't know the level of comprehension, right, that someone under the Berserker influence would have, and like have that level of like, but it's kill, right? So he could almost be like raw and throw off the axe and the shield and then draw his sword, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Like, just like and then rah in one turn. That translates, right?
Yeah.
It translates very well, yes. I speak Berserk fluently. Okay, Ferg,
All right.
go on the attack.
Oh no, that's a 100.
Oh wow. What does that even mean?
It's bad.
Okay.
Very bad.
Oh boy.
What's it say?
Fumbles.
You die.
So roll your D100 to figure out what your fumble is.
A 60. Or no, a 6.
Oh, there's a fumble table. Oh boy.
0.
A 6.
A 6 gives you lose your next attack,
Oh, okay.
which in the grand scheme of things is not bad.
No.
Ken,
Right?
cast your disruption.
Okay, need 90 or below. Oh, 90, 0. So
Wow.
that's exactly a 90, exactly what I needed. Jeez. 5, so I'm back to doing 3 points of damage.
I think
Okay.
mine, when I, like, for my fumble, my rapier does actually get stuck in the eye socket. So I'm, like, trying to, like, pull this thing out. I'm like, no, you will let go. It's not yours to take.
Cat,
All right. Come on. Come on. Absolutely not. 82, which is way over 50. So no.
okay, sorry.
That's okay. I'm just going to keep touching air.
It's better than touching Aaron.
That's true.
Well, I don't know.
He looks pretty cuddly.
I'm a berserker. Things can move pretty fast.
Go in for a hug, lose a limb, tomato.
Ferg, would you like to parry or dodge?
Dodge. I will dodge. I think I have a 73. I miss with an 80. All right. You might be going into jail. Oh, no, shoot. I'm reading them wrong. I'm an idiot. It's an 8.
Okay.
It's
You sure?
Yes. Yes.
0, 0, and then an 8. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Little
Okay.
just
so when you flip it, it becomes something entirely different.
No, I've been used to looking at my regular. I've been using 2d10s and not the percentile. So whenever I saw the 0, it was bad. But this is good when I get the double 0. Sorry.
Okay. Well, you successfully dodge.
Okay.
Aaron, next one comes after you,
Bring it.
and he misses.
Yeah.
And
I did
Cat,
nothing.
parry or dodge.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Okay.
No, no, no.
Okay. Well, that's what he got on his attack, so you're
No,
even.
no.
Okay.
So we are back to the beginning.
Oh, did I
Ferg-
get?
Oh, that's right. You get your second disruption. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
And I get my third attack.
Disruption.
Okay, that's a 0-1 on my disruption. I don't know if a magic attack gets a crit or not.
I'm gonna give it to you. That's just such an amazing roll.
Yeah.
So do I roll 2d3, or how does that work?
We're just gonna ad lib this one.
Okay, all right.
Ken cast his disruption spell. We're used to skeletons' heads just going boom. Not this time. No, sir. The entire skeleton. Boom.
Hey!
There are shards of skeleton and skeleton dust everywhere as number 4 completely disintegrates right
It's
in front of
raining
you.
bones.
Bone dust, anyone?
Hallelujah.
Bone dust? Bone dust?
Go for it, Ferg.
33.
Yes.
41.
Dang it.
Oh, man.
This is
Okay,
an
so-
ultimate duel.
You and this one skeleton.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to continue your attack this round,
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. 3 attacks.
Ken?
Yeah, keep disrupting.
Okay, Kat?
You know I'm gonna do a stabby.
And Aaron?
So I have a question. Runequest mechanics question. I'm sorry. So the multiple attack dynamic, I know there's like math to that, right? Where Ken and Ferg are able to do that. Is that a math thing that I could be attuned to that would work for me or no?
Yes. So it's your size SR
Yep.
plus your weapon SR.
Okay,
And-
so okay, keep going.
So what's your size SR?
2.
And your weapon SR?
2.
So that's a total of 4.
No, sorry. The broadsword is 1. So it's 3.
3. So you could attack on segment 3, segment 6, and segment 9, I believe.
Yeah.
Giddy
So
up.
you could make 3 attacks per round.
Yeah, I should do that because
Yeah.
that's berserky.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go first.
So Ferg?
I'm doing
You're
my
up.
same thing. Same attacks. That's man, I'm just like, that's a crit fumble. It's a 98.
Oh, man.
Okay, roll your D100 to see what your fumble is.
That's a 30.
Ooh.
Something good.
Lose next 2 attacks and parries.
All right.
Oh, no.
I can dodge though.
You can dodge because it doesn't say anything about dodges.
All right.
Okay.
So this is just the ultimate duel. Igor's actually impressed. You have shown to be quite resilient.
Aaron and Ken, what are your dexterities?
Minus 13.
18.
Okay. So Aaron, you go first ahead of Ken.
Yep.
All right, I'll do my berserky random attack with my 2-handed broadsword.
Okay. You can roll a D2 this time.
10, 4.
No,
the
D2.
roll on the D6 is a 5, so I think that would be a 1, right?
Right.
All right, so and then attack roll. 23, so that should be a hit, yes.
That's definitely a hit.
And then roll for body part. Oh my god, I almost feel like I know what I'm doing now.
And the parry was a 57, so you weren't parried.
Nice.
Oh, cool, thank you. I forgot to wait for that. My roll on the D20 was a 1, so I think that's right leg.
Right leg, yeah.
Yep. And then damage on two-handed broadsword is 2d8.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, here we go.
Now we're cooking with gas.
2d8. 7 plus 3, 10.
Holy cow.
Do you have any plus to it?
No, just straight 2d8.
That's nice.
So yeah, you pretty much shatter the right leg of the skeleton. It's down on the ground.
Nice.
Can I make an
Reminds you in a
ugly
way-
face at it when it falls?
Yes, it reminds you kind of Cat, a little bit.
Oh no, that's not the ugly face I want to make. Except that I'm berserking, so maybe I'm like,
I mean, my right leg also took a hit, so it's very, very reminiscent.
You
Brings back
have
that-
sympathy pain, Cat, when you see that.
I
thing.
do. It's like when it rains and that bone aches. It's just, oh,
How much damage did you do, Aaron?
10.
10 total.
Okay, no, I take that back. You knocked him
Destroy.
completely out. You hit his total hit points.
Nice.
Yay. Awesome.
So Ken, disruption. You've got one left.
Okay. Come on. 70. So that's a hit. And then we'll do 5. 3 points of damage.
Okay. Cat, one skeleton left.
for the love of Christmas.
Do it. You've got this.
Nope. I needed a 50 and I literally just rolled a 51.
Oh,
No. Do we have inspiration? Oh, crap.
Listen, you get what you get and you don't get upset. So once again, I'm airing it out for you.
Okay, let's see. Who's the lucky?
I think Aaron
Yeah.
is up. Well, it's either Aaron or Ferg is up next, I think.
I think they get the hit swing.
It's the skeleton. The one skeleton has his turn.
I'm gonna dodge. I still don't dodge. Hey!
That's okay. That's okay because he rolled a 91.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
Whiff.
and Ken.
Oh,
Or I'm sorry,
second.
Aaron.
No, Aaron. Okay.
Oh, it's me. All right. And there's only one skeleton left.
Yep.
There's only one skeleton left.
All right. So I guess that takes the randomness out of that. So I'll roll my attack roll. A 14.
Jeez.
Ooh, hang on just a second.
Hanging on.
We awoke the monster.
It was that shield that was holding me back.
Aaron angry. You won't like me when angry.
What is your total? You're at like 87 or 82. What's your
I'm at base is 55, and then Berserker is half again. So
82, I think. That's what he said. Yeah, so it's 27.
there you go. So
55 and 27, 82, yeah.
Okay, so that is a special attack.
Oh, come on. Kill it.
does it disintegrate the skeleton and heal Cat at the same time? Like, can I just do two? Like, sorry, you should just stop.
Okay. Because it was a special attack against a normal parry, you get to roll damage on this skeleton.
Nice.
Awesome.
2d8.
2d8.
2d8. 16. Let's go.
4 plus 5, so 9 total.
9.
Okay. And roll body part.
Oh crap! Yep, sorry, I forgot to do that. Another 1, so right leg. I'm all about the. I'm a leg man, really. That's how it goes.
If the scribe
Well, this-
cannot have a leg, then neither can you.
That's right. That's right. I shall smite all your legs.
Okay, go for it. Disruption, Ken.
All right. 79, so that's a hit.
Man, this is crazy.
And 2, so just 1 point of damage.
Okay. And Aaron, you get your third attack.
Oh wow, that was fun. Right, so straight up attack roll again, right? Yep.
Straight up attack roll.
That is a 53.
Yeah,
Okay. He rolled a 74 to parry. So pick a body part.
Okay. Cool. That's a 2.
Right
The right leg.
Let's just go with, I'm just gonna always attack right leg. Let's just go ahead and call it out right now. 2d8. 1 plus 5, so 6 total.
Okay. Well, that exceeds its maximum hit point. So
Yes.
what little there was of his left leg is decimated.
Nice.
And you guys have defeated the skeletons.
Yay!
You guys sound like Monty Python celebrating. Yay!
I grabbed the crown.
Well, when you beat the skeletons, they were the ones who got boned.
Ba-dum-bum.
Okay, we're way over time, guys, and I apologize. This went longer than I anticipated.
It was
This
fun.
is not actually where the story ended. You were going to continue down, find a funeral preparation room, find a young woman chained against the wall there. You were intended to rescue her, climb the chute out of the funerary room. Turns out that she was a gothic angel and was going to destroy you all.
Oh.
So it's good that we didn't rescue her?
Yeah.
So we went home and got the money from the letter and lived happily ever after?
Or we took over the castle because everybody there had been killed.
Oh.
We became the benevolent lords.
Okay, so the climb up the chute was the escape from the Death Angel?
The
Or
climb
did that-
up the chute was actually you were going to rescue the girl, take her up the chute to rescue her, and then she turns into the Death Angel.
And then we fight her that was the big battle.
That was the
Yeah.
big battle.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did
Whatever
she
happened to
kill
the
the
Earth
children?
Elemental?
Hey, let's
Right.
just roll. I say we all roll our D100s and see if we live or die.
Ooh, okay. What are we
Okay.
trying to go under?
My roll.
Okay.
All right. All
What's your roll?
Here we go. Don't tell us yet.
Oh, okay.
I rolled terrible.
I'm so sorry. What are we rolling?
Just
Roll
your dice.
D100.
Well, D100. All right.
Igor looks at Angel of Death and falls in love immediately.
I'm pretty sure that's an auto death for me, but
What did
Did
you
you get a
get?
hundo?
I got a hundo.
Oh my goodness.
I got an 89.
You got a
I
what?
got a 59.
I got an 89.
I rolled a 26.
Ooh.
A 21.
21.
So
She wipes us out.
So she
She wipes us.
TPK'd us.
Yeah.
TPK.
Ah.
Can I stab myself with 100? Jesus.
No good deed
Well,
goes unpunished.
The really cool thing, Kat, is you would have gotten to play the hero. Because you
Oh.
were going to find the obsidian dagger, which was the weapon that could have killed her.
But it killed me instead.
Hey, what is this dagger? Ah!
You're like,
Ooh, this is
This thing's sharp.
Well, thank you for teaching us.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, this
thank
was
you.
so cool. I could see, like, one of the things that I observed that we, of course, would not have done tonight was the whole dynamic of the more you successfully use a skill, the more you can skill that skill
better.
up,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like I could
Super
see
cool.
how that would be totally interesting over the course of a campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me, and I know this well predates the video game. I kind of wonder if when they were making Morrowind and the sort of the skill up mechanic in the Elder Scrolls Volume 3, if that was inspired by RuneQuest, because in that game, when you continually use skills, they skill up.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to a certain point where you're skilled up 3 of your key skills, you then level up. And so you're continuously raising skills, and then at certain points you raise levels on top of that.
I That's super cool. I would also like to acknowledge the fact that not only did Mike take us through a very comprehensive session 0 and probably record time and run us through a very cool storyline, he was doing it all since being awake since 2 a.m. He's been
yeah.
awake
Impressive.
almost 23 hours.
Yes.
So
Wow. Mike, I
Thank
did
Yes.
not know that.
Thank you,
Mike.
Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Jeez.
Thank you guys to everyone who donated. Thank you for everyone in the chat, because I have to say, it looks like we have had at least 9 viewers stick around for the entire tale, which is really awesome.
Yes,
I know
thank
sometimes
you
in the
very
late
much.
hour we have drop off. So thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate it. And come out on the 30th. I think there's still one more ticket for RuneQuest to play.
That's what I've heard. There's one more.
Mhm.
It will be a very different adventure, but because of the complexity of rolling characters, you will meet some of the same characters,
Yes.
but it
And
will be an entirely different adventure.
usually our in-person games are around 5 or 6 hours, so it'll be a
Yeah.
slightly longer session. You'll have more that you can do within the session than we get a chance to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
any final reflections on RuneQuest?
I like the system. I'm not sure I would play it all the time because it's almost a little too crunchy. It's you had that if I were the DM, I would not do that separate round of declaring what you're doing and then doing it. I'd just do it all, all at once. That would be breaking one of the rules. But it's like, okay, that's just too much stuff. Let's just streamline this a little bit.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would do.
I liked it.
The mechanical side of it is really cool, and I like some of the elements, like that whole you use a skill, you can increase the skill. You use a skill, you can increase the skill.
The very first TTRPG game I owned was Star Frontiers, which was also a D100 game. And so what was really cool for me is that for my D100s this game, I was using my original Star Frontiers dice from the 1980s.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really like the system. I just know personally I struggled not knowing the spells like the back of my hand, but that's just me as a player. Like, obviously getting in, I think we had our session 0 with pre-mades. I think for me and for anyone who does want to play or anything, even if you took like a snapshot of the red book and had just your spells on something you could see really quick, that way you can just go to write yours and not through the whole compendium.
Yeah.
But you live and you learn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of my goals with the 30th is once I've got the characters spelled out is create a spell sheet for each of the characters so that I can copy.
Nice.
That's great. It's
a little bit of extra work on me, but that'll make it better for the
Sure.
characters. So that is one of the things that I had planned to do.
I love the fact that you have multiple ways of attacking, because my guy, if he tried to use his weapon, the only weapon he had was a mace, and it would be 40% chance to attack. But because I had a boatload of magic points and that destruction spell, and the cool thing is they can't dodge or parry that destruction spell, so it's just kind of like standing back and doing the magic missile,
Yeah, just
ping,
peppering
ping,
them.
ping, ping, ping.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because
guys,
you had
it's been a delight, but
I
my
gotta
dog
go.
is
Yeah.
begging to go potty.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and cut the stream here. Again, like reiterating what Kat said, thank you so much if you stuck around and you watched.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
Ectelum for the donation to Child's Play. Always incredible. And if you're in the Orlando area, we have coming up November 30th, Oviedo Brewing, and then you can hit this little QR code in the bottom of the screen, and that'll take you to all our links, and that'll have even more of our events available. So, thank you again, everyone. If you're watching it in the future, thank you for watching it. Thank you for everyone who played, and went through the hiccups on my end. And then obviously thank you to Mike for bringing the system, running the game,
Wonderful,
get everything
Mike.
set up. Yep. I had a blast. And so thanks everyone. And bye-bye. We'll see you later.
All right. Take care.